oh, who about to win? Why the fuck is Bow Wow on TV, bro?
Bow Wow was that dude back in the day.
He like, I feel like he'll hit a certain point and be like, damn, the money's low. Do some crazy out of pocket shit. Boom the money back up. And then the money get low, and next thing you know, this nigga selling songs, doing commercials and shit. I'm just
fire.
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
I got like 4 of them.
I like this shit. I even got the little clip one too.
Oh shit. I really held that.
That sound mad.
It is, but
nigga got a snapback do-rag.
Right. I'm trying to sleep.
Darkside made this.
This the rant of the real. Everybody telling lies the truth first, so it's fuck how they do feel. Oh, you for real? Man, put that on your mama, you a gangster and you got more shit for real. This the rant of the real. Everybody telling lies the truth first, so it's fuck how they do feel. Oh, you for real? Man, put that on your mama, you a gangster and you got more shit for real.
Can we start the convo with that? Just
how far Weaver is? Okay.
So
Weaver from here.
It's like an hour. No, it's like almost an hour.
It's still the east side though.
Yeah, but it's still an hour.
Like 45 minutes and shit.
Jesus Christ. That nigga, I think a month ago or a couple weeks ago, he came.
You talking about the dude that walked from here at the Reform?
Yes.
That nigga was wildin'. I seen him on the way out too. He was out of it too. I don't even know how he was walking. It was hot. It was like 80 degrees.
He had alcohol to encourage him.
Oh yeah, he did have that big ass bottle of
Hey yo. No.
That nigga came.
You can't get on a bus from here, like you gotta go all the way downtown.
You have to go downtown and then come back to the east side. Jesus Christ. That nigga said, I'm gonna take back blocks. He probably went down Goodman. That's probably the smartest route.
I saw you go straight down to that street. That's like where that corner store is, like right in front of it. You could have kept walking. Just take away like the Hulk.
Yo, that's bad. Wow.
And Shorty said he had to go home.
Time to go.
Originally, you was waiting for it.
He was. And then I guess
if you ain't helping me get home, then you gotta wait.
She pulled out the cash.
Something.
She came and then left because she needed to get the keys. He performed. Well, then she said, "Get your ass home." He was like, "Yo, take me back." And I'm like, "No." And then that's what happened. I was like, I don't mean just.
I was just there laughing the whole time.
I didn't want to like. It's not funny, but like, damn, nigga, we just got here. We 10 minutes in. He like, all right, I gotta go home. No. Matter of fact, we was in the car.
Go get her.
We picked him up.
You weren't supposed to be here.
Thank you. The only reason why I came and got you is because I left my laptop at home and Weaver is by my house. So I went home to get my laptop. Usually happened to be a +1, right? We get to the light right there. Over by
Goodman and the East Mid.
Right.
Yeah.
This nigga goes, yo, she on Norton. Can we go get her? Nigga.
Uber from there is like $12. Wow.
I was like, nah, I'm not going. He's like, you know, she's gonna be mad at you. About me.
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
I didn't want to come get you.
I was just there laughing the whole time.
But I feel like to even say that, it's like, that's not about to change how I look at her.
Not my bitch. I don't want to see her.
Can't even say, let me throw some dollars in there.
No.
Let me influence him.
You just say, we gotta go get her. We ain't gotta do shit.
That's a personal problem. Man.
You gotta go get her. I don't know how you getting over there. And then this nigga was like, yo, can I use your phone or her phone off? Why both y'all phones off?
Yo.
Shit is scary.
One
It's a
phone
nightmare.
being off, I get it.
We gonna get back to that.
That's that toxic connection.
That's gonna be a topic. That's a topic. Phones being off. That's a topic.
Why you didn't pay the bill? You could go to Simply Mobile and get $20.
We're gonna talk about that. We gotta introduce ourselves.
Yeah, we do. My bad, guys. We forgot the introduction today.
Now that's the intro combo.
Uncle Travv was sleeping.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rant to the Real, the pod where real niggas get on here and rant. This is the #1 podcast in the top 50. No need to look that up. I already checked. Google is wrong. I am your host, Uncle Travv, the hardest working podcaster in the world. Now let's start your day off with eggs, bacon vibes, and I'm the fucking vibes. Last week, I didn't do an intro on purpose. It wasn't received well, so I'm bringing the intro back. I put the intro and the outro. It didn't make sense. Nobody liked it. People didn't like it. I didn't like it. And I was done doing it. So, that was that. And then we didn't have a guest, and there was an uproar because you niggas was like, where's the guest? Calm down. Things take time. You're lucky you didn't get a fucking
We gonna get more guests. Why?
We got a lot coming up. We got good things coming. But I have two amazing people with me today. One is a rewind. If you guys were back in the original when there was no video, it was just audio. He was there with me.
OG.
Facts.
Always bang with the click.
But I'm gonna let both of them introduce themselves so they can do it way better than I can.
What's good, everybody?
I can't stand this.
That boy got
What's good,
style.
everybody? I'm Sean B, aka Southtown Images, aka I don't got no more nicknames, but yeah,
Okay.
I'm out here. Follow me on Instagram at Southtown. If you like the work, book your boy.
Book him. And then to my
Yeah.
left.
Call me Gary.
Gary?
That's it. I ain't got shit going on.
Ain't got shit going on?
He's definitely.
I mean, that's a straightforward take. I like that.
Thank
That's
you.
some shit I do too, though.
Man, you call me G's for short, though.
He's mine because he's my business partner
Okay.
with the Stage 331 with showcases and open mics on the 3rd floor. He definitely helps me with that.
I
He's
do.
my brains behind that.
Okay.
Project brains.
What made you guys come up with that? Like, what was the thought process? How'd you get there?
So, since a kid, I've always watched like 106 in Park. Like, that used to be my show. Like 6 o'clock, watch TV. You know what I mean? 5 o'clock, Rap City on.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
those are good times.
I always watched it. But yeah, I know.
Those are good times.
Once Rochester Terrace left, I was like, yeah, fuck
Yeah, after Terrence, after Bow Wow was on there, I was like,
I don't know who it was.
you nah, it was just more like, bro, you need some money, because what is he doing?
Right.
Because you had to audition for it.
Right.
Because I remember, Good News is Man's did a whole little thing, and he had hooked them up. I'm not gonna hold you.
You think
Shit
Bow
was
Wow had
fire.
an audition for that?
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, it was kind of like, I didn't respect that because I'm like, my man's just put in an A1 video. Got the A1 photos from the best photographers, the upstate, and the East Coast, whatever you want to call it. He's a beast, my mentor. But yeah, he put in all this work. The video was nice. The intro, whatever he had to do, it was A1. I watched it. And then you looking on TV, I'm like, oh, who about to win? Why the fuck is Bow Wow on TV, bro?
Bow Wow was that dude back in the day.
He like I feel like he hit a certain point and be like, damn, the money's low. Do some crazy out of pocket shit. Boom the money back up. And then the money get low, and next thing you know, this nigga selling songs, doing commercials and shit. I'm just
fire.
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
I got like 4 of them.
I like this shit. I even got the little clip one too.
Oh, shit. I really had that.
That sound mad.
It is, but
They got a snapback do
Right.
right.
I'm trying to sleep. But yeah, shout out to Bow Wow. Yeah, I always watched 106 in Park, and I I loved like how all the new artists, they introduced the new artists. Like, yeah, it was the A1 artists and the Jay-Z's and all that, but then they always show love to like the new artists, especially with like Freestyle Friday.
Okay.
They always used to have like the artists come in and have little competitions, freestyling for like a chance for something with BET. But I used to fuck with that. So after Bow Wow, I don't know what he did with 106 in Park, but Deborah got tired of it and cut the cord.
I think people just got tired of music videos, though.
I mean,
but it's still a thing, though.
It's
106 in Park
like,
was lit for its time, I thought.
Yeah.
It was lit for its time.
Yes, it definitely was lit.
That's what I'm saying. I think
Those are good times.
106 in Park could have kept going on, but I don't think people are really checking for music videos. It's heavy, though. And
Yeah,
shit.
people don't check for music
Anymore,
videos,
at
but I
least.
think I don't know, it's weird, because I feel like when people don't have like Spotify or any of that, their first go-to is YouTube because it's free. And then it's like, they go type a song in, even if they're not watching the video, it's just playing. Like, they're like, oh, Future.
That's what I'm saying, though. That,
You know what I mean?
It's like you just said, though. Anyone looking for the music video because most music videos ideas just be the same shit.
Yeah, no, it was fire for its time, but what made me like actually like have a joy for music is because when like the new artists or even like Jeezy or somebody, they'll drop a track or they'll drop a video. I was on LimeWire and MP3 Rocket, like looking for the whole album.
Virus like a motherfucker on your computer.
Swear to God.
Like the bug viruses.
And so as I got older, I've been looking at like the music community, and I'm like, people doing open mics, but there's a plethora of artists who have the resources to do what they do to help their artistry, and then there's a plethora who don't really have the direction, or they know but they don't really know, or they don't know exactly where to go, or they try to go to the other open mics and they're like, oh, that's not really my crowd. People judging my music, people doing this, people doing that. And so we basically created a platform for artists to be themselves, practice their music. If they want to get their fans in to perform in front of them, they can do that. You know, if they want to network with other artists, they can do that. But the goal is, I want everybody to win.
Basically, you're trying to give these people the opportunity to promote their music and things, you know, just to show the upstate sound. You know, I feel like a lot of artists in the upstate area don't really get enough sound because we get locked out by New York. Yeah, shit. And I think like the last big act we had out of upstate, probably Priscilla and things. I feel like there's definitely a plethora of people here that we can push up there. But like you said, like a lot of them
Don't know where to go. So we got like the tools for them here to put some light into their music and things and get it out there for the people. So we just trying to get that sound out there for them. Do something nice for the city, so they start doing all this bullshit too. You know, 'cause I think that's a lot. That's a big part of it too. Is that we trying to get these people focuses on real shit that matters rather than the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Shout out to everybody.
shout out to everybody. Yeah.
3 events. Everybody showed up, pulled up, did what they did, got home safe. No complaints, there was no fights.
Amazing times.
Another thing that I like that what we created, because like I said, it's a no judgmental zone, you know what I mean? Like, there was nobody like, yo, this nigga ass, you know what I mean? Like, or boo, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
it wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, if it was not in this room. But,
yeah, it was nothing but energy, and if you could tell someone wasn't feeling it, old boy would make them feel it.
Yes.
He'd come through and be like, yo,
Shout
come
out-
clap him the fuck up.
shout
It's
out
hard to do
Kyrie.
this.
Yeah,
My
Kyrie
boy was
tough.
hosting the hell out of these past 2 open mics.
He do his
He's the
thing.
in-house host. And shout out to Ebony, because she's the in-house bartender, serving up the drinks.
Had a great time fucking with Ebony.
Yeah,
I was drunk as shit back there.
yeah, she had everybody right.
Yeah, I was drunk as fuck last time.
She had everybody right. It was like, even last time, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was definitely on like not a drug high, but like, I dropped my phone. But I was on like a success high, because it was like, 1 minute it was like the room was empty, then it was like 7 o'clock. I'm like, all right, you know, niggas get there late, blah blah blah. And then
You had people still rolling in at 10-11.
yeah, people were still like, there was a point in time in the night where you could not really move.
Yeah.
You had to be like going to somebody's name, yo, excuse me, just to get back. just so you didn't like step over them or any of that.
I think the only thing that took up all the space was the couch and the love seat.
Yes.
That took up all the space.
Yes. I'm definitely gonna we working on it, it's a work in progress, you know what I mean? But everybody was catered to, everybody was good.
Yeah, you feel me? It was vibes. I'll fuck with it. You gotta do another one.
Yeah, we're about to do another one, second, because everybody wants to. I'm thinking about keeping it like either a bi-weekly thing or like a twice a month thing. So.
Shit's fire. I ain't gonna tell no lie. The first one I went to was pretty fire. So I encourage you to keep doing it. You feel me? That shit is fire.
It's like niggas came, niggas could be niggas, and the niggas left. It wasn't all that bullshit, that tough macho man shit.
Yeah,
Cause you know how most places it ends with that macho man shit, but it did. Then you had a cipher, and you had niggas. It was energy feeding into it. Like, yo, it was like that was really dope. I fucked with that. So like,
yeah, and the cipher was on some like.
The cipher was the main part.
That was in the back of my head. Like I was like, I really want to do a cipher, and what I respected is like the whole night, everybody stayed. Mm-hmm. Like artists were there, the fans were there, fans were cheering. You know, like old boy pulled up all the way from Syracuse, had the whole crowd rocking. I ain't gonna. That's it. He just had the whole crowd rocking. I'm like, if you want to say what he was, I mean, that's on you. My boy was rocking. And shout out to him because he pulled up from Syracuse.
He will be on because they hit me.
That's a fact.
There was a bunch of people that hit me from that night.
I think it's
So there will be a bunch of people from that event that we were sitting down with. We got somebody next Saturday. We got someone next Tuesday.
You see, that's the goal. Like, I want this room. Like, even if you do podcasting, it's a room to network. You know what I mean? You found some clientele in here. You know what I mean? If it was a drug dealer, you found some clientele in here. You know what I mean?
Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Nah, not really to call him drug dealer. Yeah, shout out to Phil. He was the vendor. He had everybody right P-Rose.
The Green Rise Grow Organics.
Yes.
Tri-state area.
Homegrown.
Homegrown.
Everybody in the crowd just.
You trying to get high or you're just trying to relax? THC, CBD.
And if you can't smoke, there's also a restaurant. Get you some great ass edibles.
Yes. Infused milks.
Infused oxtails. What? I know the food is good, but I don't fuck with the weed, so I just eat it without the weed. But you can also do it without it.
Shit is amazing. Shit is amazing.
But yeah, what made you get into photography?
I don't know. It was literally like, I want to say 2000. I don't know. I don't remember the year it was, but my mom was basically like, it was my senior year. No, it was my year after college, and I moved out. And I'm like, I'm working like little jobs and stuff, but it's not like I didn't really find my direction. And so photography was something that I did in high school a little bit.
Okay.
And that was like one of the, I mean, I passed all my classes, but that was one of the classes that I passed and was straight 100. Like, I did everything like perfect, even with the black and white, even though I'm allergic to the film stuff, but I made it happen. So I think it was like 2011. Me and my cousins were all sitting in the room, and we all kept like having these little men's meetings. And we had it was like 10, 11 years ago. And we all went around the room and like, what do you want to be? Where do you see yourself in like 10 years from now?
Okay.
And so one of the things I said was photography. And I wasn't really serious. I was just bullshitting because I'm like, I wanted them to go. I didn't want to be the person to be called on. Like I wasn't comfortable talking at the time.
Okay.
And so one of my cousins, Jerry, he was like, yo, why don't you hit up Good News? He lives right in the city, you know what I mean? Like, you have social media, hit him up. And so I hit him up, and I think I inboxed him. Yeah, I inboxed him. I was like, yo, do you do interning? And he was like, yeah. So I was like, yo, can I do an internship with you? The nigga did not write me back. So I was just like, fuck it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna just take pictures with my little handheld camera, you know?
Okay.
And so then one day my cousin was like, yo, did you get in touch with him? I'm like, yeah. I wrote that nigga, but he didn't write me back. And so he was like, you know, he probably wants to see how serious you are, not for nothing, because it's like, you gotta think that's a grown ass man that shoots celebrities. Like he owns a business. That's not he don't work at Staples and then does photography. Like that's what he does. And so one day we were at this little rehearsal, and I was like, let me stop being a bitch. And I called him. And so literally on the second ring, he picked up. I'm like, oh shit. Nervous as fuck. He's like, it was good, bro. And I'm like, you don't even know what's up, yo? This is Sean, though. Like, I wrote you on the whatchamacallit. He was like, yeah, I know. And so I'm thinking to myself, like, so he was ignoring me. And so I'm like, yo, do you do internships? And he was like, yeah, pull up to the studio on Monday. And so I was living on Appleton at the time.
Okay.
And I've always been the type of nigga where it's like, if I got to get something done, I got to get it done.
Right.
So I took my cousin's bike, and I rode my ass all the way down from Appleton to Andrews Street.
Okay.
And the rest was history. He started me at the club. He looked at my portfolio, and he was like, all right, have you work with the team. And it was me, Deanna, and Sean. Another Sean. I'm sure. He was another Sean. But we started at venue, worked at Liquid and venue, worked all through that whole St. Paul nightlife. I got to see that firsthand because I was there. Everything. Like, I saw that man run that man over the car during the let out. I saw it all. I saw it in St. Paul. I used to be in Ruby Hall. Like, literally, I think news had me. It was a point in time I was at everything that was popping in the city. To where it was like, now I think about it, I was going to school and doing photography because my uncle really wasn't saying nothing because he kind of was like, yo, y'all can't just be coming to the house any time of night. They're like, this nigga does. And he's like, well, he's working. And I was legit working. Like, one day the club would be open. The club would be open literally every day of the week. And somehow, some way, news was hired for something. So I was doing this every day. Or if I wasn't doing that, I started moving on to baby showers. And I started doing like little photo shoots and taking pictures around the city. And by the time Gary was with me, walking around just literally like 6 o'clock in the morning, not even catching the sunrise, just taking pictures and shit, just walking slowly and taking pictures and shit. And then I eventually just started working with people, like working with models, building my own clientele, and the rest was history, honestly.
So for the most part, would you say you were more self-taught, or was it more like a lot of, you had someone at least to help you out with?
I feel like, so when it comes to, I feel like a lot of it was self-taught, but it was also like, it was like, it's hard to explain. So basically how news isn't the type of person where it's like, yo, how do you do this? Well, you go like this, you do like this, blah, blah, blah. He'll literally be like, watch. And then like, he was doing the shoot and he showed me the camera. So I'm like, yo, how did you do that? And so he moved the light around and he was like, try it. And so I'm like thinking to myself, like, yeah, that's real dickish of you. Like, why would you do that? And then I started messing around with the light and I'm like, oh shit. And he was like, I'm trying to show you the different effects of the things that you can do with lighting. Like, just because you saw one light that I did, that's not just it. There's thousands and thousands of lighting. Like, he's definitely like photography, I'm not gonna lie, like, definitely like that. But he definitely would put me in predicaments where it's just like, yo, try it out. So it's kind of like he taught me how to teach myself.
Okay.
So
I feel like that's the best teacher, honestly.
Yeah,
because you ain't never gonna forget that.
yes.
Teach a man how to fish.
Go eat every day.
Never go hungry.
Yo, I was like, all right, Forrest Gump in that bitch.
So how did you two meet? Was it at Good News or was it just like on some?
His cousin goes out with my sister.
Okay.
So that's how we linked up, because I went over to the house that he was staying at Appleton, and then that's how we linked up from there. I think he was working on the blog site for Suburban Plaza at the time.
Yeah, we were working on.
Well, Johnny was, and then
we met through ignorance.
yeah, we kind of did, and shit. It was like 11 in the morning or some shit. I mean, it's 11 at night and shit. Okay. And we was going over the blog shit. Well, he was, and he wanted my advice on it for whatever reason. I don't know why.
High as a bitch.
And we were just talking shit about it the whole time because Johnny did, like, respectfully to Johnny, he did a terrible job.
I'm gonna quote what he said. This is unacceptable. Niggas need to do better.
Yeah, it definitely was that. I'm not gonna talk. We started working with each other right around then. And we started putting ideas with each other. And I think that's around the time we were like, doing a lot more things for Suburban Plaza at the time. So we kind of like grew up chemistry around then, around that time and things. Just helping with photography or helping with, at the time I was doing graphic designing. Okay. So we were helping with ideas of that. So, we kind of more linked up through family, feel like that.
So do you do photography too, or you just still do graphic design?
Nah. So now what I do now is more just I'm more of like an event planner, feel like that.
Okay.
I come up with the ideas, we put things together and stuff. Back in the day, I used to be more on graphic designing. Mm-hmm. I don't really have the passion for it as much as I did back in the day.
Beast.
I do alright some time and shit, but I don't really do the graphic design as much.
He did the Grow logo.
Yeah, I did
The
his.
Grow logo.
Oh wow.
What was his logo? Oh yeah, I did the Grow logo. I did like several of his logos back in the day.
He did the Stage 331 logo.
Stage 331, and I did something for somebody in New York at one point and shit. But
you're actually getting out there doing your thing.
And he actually still uses it to this day because I follow him. It was my old roommate, GCC. He takes pictures now. He started taking pictures, and he was like, "Yo, bro, I need a logo." So I'm like, "Yeah, you got to throw my man some bread and he'll do it for you." Boom.
It's not doing like logo creating all that shit. That shit is not easy. Like when I first started, I didn't know what the fuck to do. I needed a logo. I'm like, so I just made some random shit on Carva, whatever the fuck it's called, and that shit came out horrible. I'm like, this is not what I envisioned. And then I just rocked with it for a little bit. Then I paid somebody else to make one, and then you feel me? It was $40. So you get what you pay for.
It's difficult because I think a lot of people get misconception with Photoshop though.
I understand it's not easy.
Well, no, I'm saying like people assume that you're supposed to design everything on Photoshop. A lot of things you're supposed to design on is really Illustrator. You're supposed to go on Illustrator and do all the graphic designing things.
Right.
That one you have all the tools and all the textures and things and stuff. Photoshop is more like
Illustrator's so basic.
Yeah.
Get the job done.
So, right.
See,
would that be more like on some Procreate type shit? Like we like draw the shit?
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can draw them out on Photoshop too. I just think on Illustrator that you have the tools that you actually need for like the effects that you're trying to make pop on the picture, put it like that. Mm-hmm. Like the 3D stuff and like all the extra effects that's on it. Like Photoshop is more of like the place you go to where you're just trying to make that shit look smooth and cinematic type shit.
That's what I was doing when I first started doing the thumbnails. I was just making them, but then like a lot of them was just dog shit, and I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm doing, and like where I want it to be and where reality is two different places. And so instead of just being frustrated, I just said, fuck it, I'm not doing it. But eventually, yes, I do need to go finish making thumbnails. But the ones I have, it's just like, no, I can't put this out. I put 2 hours into nothing.
I learned everything through tutorials. Like, so I didn't have like, unlike him, I didn't have like someone that could teach me from time to time certain things and stuff. Like I literally just learned everything on YouTube and stuff. Or if he learned something, then I'll learn it through him as well and shit. So I kind of like self-taught myself through it too. It's only complicated in the beginning when you're like looking at all the buttons and shit. You're like, what the fuck does this do?
Like,
and shit.
But it's crazy because with Photoshop, as complicated as, like, I've done some fire shit. I don't even know the fuck that word up, but I've done some complex shit. Mm-hmm. And literally, with Photoshop, you really just use the same, like, it's like maybe 9 buttons, 9 tools, really.
That's how I feel about Adobe Premiere. When I'm editing the videos and shit, I don't really use one window, and then I can do all this shit from that.
Yeah, like I'll just add creating edits, like when I want to learn something new, I go on YouTube and I type exactly what I want to learn. How do I make this look like this? And look. And so I'll literally just be sitting there and they'll do it like it's a different way. And I'm like, I don't like that because that's not crispy. I don't like that because that's bullshit. Like I'll try it and it's like they'll like use a clipping tool and it only clips part of it. Now like the mouth got a little big ass square in it because it done messed up. Like nah, I know an easier way to do that. So it's like a lot of stuff is like the same language, just different tools.
Yeah.
So it's all how you're comfortable. Like, because sometimes I might be explaining something to him, and he'd be like, yo, why don't you just do this? And I'd be like, you know what? Right.
When I first started editing, I didn't have money I couldn't afford Final Cut Pro, right? Because they want like $600-700 out the rip. And I'm like, damn, that's expensive.
You should have went to the
Yeah, you should have.
So I went and did another route. I went and did through mobile. So my first 12 videos, I was editing on my phone through a mobile app. I'm like, all right, whatever. But then I realized how limited I was because there's a lot of shit I couldn't do. I couldn't do J cuts, L cuts. I couldn't put in like the fancy bubbles. I couldn't do none of that shit. So then I found out that I could just use Adobe Premiere, and I'm like, I got $60 a month.
Listen, don't hate, pirate.
I just went from there. I was like, fuck it.
I literally, as long as I've been doing photography, I just started paying for Photoshop maybe like 2 years ago.
I mean,
it's only because they just updated it to where.
Like you can pay for it monthly now, right?
You can't own it, which is bullshit.
Yeah, like you only like get it monthly like for like a short amount of time and some shit like that.
Normal, you can't really do too much with the pirating because they like have a lock on it.
Yeah, because they made sure you couldn't steal that shit.
Yeah, like even with Lightroom, it'd be like you could look at it, but you can't develop nothing. You can't do nothing else. Like nice try.
That's where y'all find you gotta find the keygens.
Nah,
so let me put y'all niggas on to something real quick. It's like you gotta find the keygen so you can actually get the full access to the whole thing.
Nah, you know a little loophole. So, when I first signed up for Photoshop, I think they gave me like it was like a few months. No, it was like a month free. So then I went and bought this terabyte. And when I was looking at the terabyte, it was like register your thing. And it was like, oh, you get a free year of Adobe. And I'm like, oh, I just paid, or I just registered my thing. So I just put the code in. I had a year and like 2 months.
Okay. That's not bad. I think it was 1 month I didn't pay for Adobe, and I was like, damn, I just didn't close it and just kept it open.
Oh, yeah,
and it doesn't register that you didn't pay for it yet.
You don't have your Wi-Fi yet, or it's still open,
it won't fuck with you. And I was like, you know what? Until I get paid.
You mess around and try to use the plug-in, and you be like, oh yeah, I see you. Man, we got you, nigga. We got you.
No, you ain't getting me, bitch.
But see, I'd rather owe my Photoshop bill than have my phone off. Can we talk about my man's with like
the spin back?
So yes, it's the spin back. So one of the other artists, two times he done came here. Yo, can I use your phone? Like first time it was like, me personally, I don't care to let people use my phone only because I've been in predicaments where people, yeah, use my phone. Yo, where's my phone? That nigga gone. See, that nigga gone. You saw your phone. And I've had places where people walk in at my job and take my shit when I was working in the truck. So I took my phone in the truck. So I really trust you. She would play my phone. iPhones aren't cheap. So my phone, like, so the last event, my phone was like going live, like literally going on your phone. Oh, showing me he's live. Oh, there he is. I'm not even on the phone. I'm sitting on the little heater electric box or whatever. So the dude comes in, he's like, ew, I use your phone.
That's crazy.
That's the devil. He's like, yo, can I use your phone? And I'm like, I don't got my phone in me right now. Yo, can I use it? It's going live right now. Stop the live. No, it's bad viewers. Like, I'm not about to stop the live because you need to use your phone. Where is your phone at?
That's exactly what my phone was doing. It was recording the live.
Where is your phone at? My phone off. But I need to send the music.
Wait, what? When
did
this?
You got airdrop, bro. I don't know what to tell you because you're not sending me shit to my phone. I'm sorry.
I don't have a problem with people using my phone. If you want to make a phone call or whatever, fine. Understand I have an out of area code, so they probably not gonna answer, but that's on you. I have an issue when you text people from my phone.
Yes.
Because they're not gonna respond. Because when that 716 pop up, they're gonna be like, who the fuck is this? And they're gonna ignore it immediately. It's not until days later or hours later I'm no longer with you, they respond. And I'm gonna say, he's no longer here. Where is he? I'm not his fucking keeper. How am I supposed to know where he is?
I'm the type of nigga to ask where she at.
Yo, so he finally catches me when I have my phone in my hand, and it's like, damn. Yo, bro, it needs your phone. And I'm literally like right here, like, damn, I can't get the box.
Who the fuck is this?
I can't do nothing. Yeah, bro.
It's like,
Yo,
I get like if you calling, like you need a ride, like something happened, it's traffic going on. But because you need constant communication with your shorty, it's not my problem. And you're not about to kill my phone.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
And you're not about to use my phone as your phone for the next 3 hours. Like
and the fact that you called her 7 times,
or
just to her to text to be like, and she knew it wasn't your phone when she goes, tell that nigga.
Or I hate, like, let me use your hotspot. You know I only pay for a gig, right? You know how fast the gig goes?
Oh, no, you're not using my I don't even give you that option. What's that? What is hotspot?
Like, and I don't even pay for it. I think it just comes free. I think you get a free gig.
Yeah, like, no, you're not using
After that, you start paying $25 a gig. No, I'm not, no.
And then the fact that, like,
The bill is already $300 a month.
and then it's like, if your phone's off, how are you writing me this whole time?
So it's really weird. The nigga he can send messages, but can't receive messages.
You got an
shouldn't
iPhone?
be
One-way mission.
That's why.
You shouldn't be leaving the house.
Because you got an iPhone and shit.
Well, he could be out and about. Like, if I text him now, he'll get it. It'll say delivered. He'll get it. He can't respond. So I'll get a phone call from fucking. It's like a pager. Nigga just call you from a random ass number. Just be like, yo, whose phone is this? Oh, this is a payphone. Where you find a payphone at? You at Quarters?
Yo, pagers had to be mad annoying back in the day.
Wow.
So.
Hey, yo, I love, matter of fact,
I would hate to keep going to the phone. You just bro.
Yo, every time the fucking little shit vibrator button, you like, damn, I gotta find the phone.
Yeah.
Call this number. Hope they sit next to it and answer.
Can you imagine back
The
in the
whole
day?
process.
You can sit there with your crib back, bro. Use my phone. Hey, go ahead.
No, I ain't gonna get
The spin dollar's insane.
Yeah, the spin dollars is crazy.
He was like,
Hello?
yo. So she ain't picking up. I can use it again. You already had the phone in your hand. You already.
You know, pagers.
Then I can't
crazy.
stand when I do let somebody use my phone. Don't be scrolling through my call log. That's not your business. Make your call and go ahead.
Right.
They
Make
should-
me mad and nervous when niggas start to move their hands too fast on my phone. Use your eyes. Okay, give me back my phone.
So 9 times out of 10, what I do is when someone wants my phone, I put it on guided access and I lock it to whatever the fuck it is they asked to use it on. So if you want to use the web, cool. I'll lock it on the web because you don't need to be anywhere else but the web.
Or y'all could just not give them the phone. You know, I don't do that shit. I don't give
because
niggas my
motherfuckers
phone.
be touching shit. And what if they want to steal? Cool. It'll be stuck forever on this page.
Happy days.
You'll be stuck forever making
Like,
a
yo,
phone
I'm
call.
trying to get. Yeah, you stole that. You stole that, nigga. You stole that.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. Chill. Pay
you-
your phone bills.
It's not that expensive. Like literally, you can go. They got Simply Mobile. You got.
Like, you know, especially if you're not
Walmart.
paying bills. Or, you know what I mean?
You can buy minutes still. Like you got options.
If you have bills, that's different. You know what I'm saying? You're pulling off for a couple days, da da da. But every time I see you, your shit is off. Nah, bro. Nah. No wonder why she talking about some. Tell that nigga.
But now I tell him nothing. When you see him, you
I'm not messaging. I didn't even tell him what he's. I seen the message. I'm just like, yeah, bro, she didn't answer.
Or what I hate is the who this. It's over now. And then they blowing your phone up. Who this? Like now
Yeah,
I gotta
somebody
explain
did
to you
that.
who the fuck this is.
Somebody did that to me the other day. They were like calling my phone, sleeping with my daughter, looking at the phone. Like, I don't know. So there it is. So when they text me, who this? I had to look.
Excuse me?
I had to look at the good eye. Who is this?
He said the good eyes insane.
What you mean, who this? You texted me. You called my phone. Let me go through my call log.
You gotta look at the time. Be like, I don't think I had my phone at that time.
You got a screenshot. I ain't never called you. You called me. What's really going on? Is this some Google prank or something?
I think the person who used to have my number still puts my number down when they like do shit. Cause I'll get phone calls for that person and oh, you have an appointment or you got this or you got this. And I'm like,
there's no way somebody can have my number. I've had this number for years.
I've had it for 3 years and they still be like, you have an appointment tomorrow. No, the
I
fuck I don't.
So I kept changing my numbers. I kept breaking my phones. Just kept breaking them shit. Changing them, break the phone, new phone.
I would burn the number after one too many women had it. Once it'd be like, you know what, this is about the 100th girl. You know what, it's time to get a new one. I don't want to be with shit anymore. Which then I just stopped because I got an iPhone and you can just block people.
Right. Nah, now it's just the
Or I'll go and I'll just mute the conversation and then I get so many messages today, it just push down. So I only see it if I'm looking for something specific and I'm like, oh shit.
or change the contact the spam words. You never heard about it.
I don't like random phone calls if you aren't that cool anyways.
So spam words.
So like, if you've only been communicating for a couple days, you pick up the phone and call me. The audacity of you, no. You gotta warn a nigga. I don't know what I'm doing right now. What are you doing? You don't want to know. It's really weird.
Why would niggas be stuck? They be like,
Cause you don't want to say what you're doing. Cause you know something. What's down the phone?
Start looking around and shit.
Lie. Fucking lie.
What am I? Give me something.
You look around. Where you at?
A pole. There's a pole right there.
I'm like, crib. What's that background? Like a bunch of TV.
I got a new cinematic sound system. It sounds like we there. But we not.
Soundbar.
I can't turn it down. I lost the remote.
Straight up, fuck it.
But sometimes I just straight hit the airplane mode.
Y'all done that on the phone.
Sometimes.
I'd be like, yeah. I just stop talking for a couple minutes and just be like, hello?
I hit the airplane mode and then I turn it off. Leave it alone for 5-10 minutes, whatever. I don't need it. Then turn it back on.
But see, be careful because people can't FaceTime you in airplane mode on.
If we already on the phone, I didn't. Yeah. How? Unless it turns off your Wi-Fi and everything.
No, I believe. Let me see. No, your Wi-Fi can't come on. Your Wi-Fi can still turn on.
What type of bullshit is this?
Yeah, I noticed that because.
It must have been a new update.
Nah, this was years ago because I put my phone on airplane mode 8 years ago. I'm like, I know. I ain't stupid. I think you put your shit on airplane mode. Like, yeah, why did I'm just turning the service off. That's what I'm doing.
Deactivate the SIM.
Take the SIM out.
Yo, have y'all been paying attention to recent news? Damn, you're missing out. There's a lot of good shit going on.
Quiet crowd.
Well, lately, it happened this month. It was passed that they have declared food is no longer an essential to live. So, in disaster relief, they're no longer feeding people.
You said what?
Yeah.
Like that food is not essential?
Yeah, so they're no longer going to be feeding people in disaster relief. So you know how like Hawaii burned down and shit?
Yeah.
They'll do everything but feed them.
I don't believe that. That sound cap. That sound crazy.
I'm about to say, y'all, the CDC, what they did to the villa off the strength of, what was it? Man, what was George Floyd?
Oh.
That one man.
Prue?
Daniel, Prue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about in Rochester, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Prue.
Yeah, they went stupid.
They went nuts, but nah, it was I think
the
Senate
Senate just
it said that food is no longer essential. They no longer provide if you get in a disaster situation. Yeah. That's kind of crazy. We know your shit's fucked. Here's a water bottle and here's a shovel.
Make sure you grow your food.
Yeah, give my niggas some seeds or something.
The land is tilled.
Did y'all see how they did Hawaii? They told you niggas they got 6 months. Or no more tourists. Clean this shit up in 6 months.
Clean this shit up in 6 months.
Hey, yo.
Yes.
Yo, you ain't hear that? That shit's crazy.
Yeah, that's what they was
sad.
saying. It's crazy because I actually have a friend that lives out in Hawaii.
6 months so you won't get tourists, and that's how they survive.
She lives like 2 hours away from me. I think 2 hours or 2 islands or whatever. All of that set up. She's not there.
Okay.
So everybody was like, yeah, you good. I didn't hit it because I was like, pretty sure you're good. People, there's a fucking tornado going on. Pray for me and my friend.
I find it very comical. We send billions of money, weapons, and armor to Ukraine, who don't want shit to do with us. But one of the states, we like, fuck them.
But y'all keeping people from under
Figure it the fuck out.
From the Hudson Bridge.
Y'all better off than the Ukraine.
These niggas is homeless now. Found a little spot.
Y'all part of America. Y'all are great.
Here's a Snickers bar.
They don't even give them that.
We gave them the tools. Why they couldn't figure it out?
Yo, I just seen this TikTok question. They were like, do you want $50 million or a conversation with Joe Biden? What the fuck is he
Why
done?
I want to talk to him?
What the fuck has he done?
I mean, yes, he is the GOAT of podcasting, but I mean, like, all he's gonna do is piss.
Joe Biden?
Oh, I'm thinking of Button. I mean,
Did I say Biden?
No,
you said Biden. In my mind went
Okay,
Button.
I was like, cause I'm high.
That right there tells you why I don't want to talk to either one of them. I'm having a conversation with the wrong man. I'm like, wait, he's not even black. What's going on? He's Michael Jackson.
I can imagine you being in the room like, talking to Joe Biden and like, Biden. Oh shit, I thought you were Biden.
Did you see the recent thing he said? Most recent controversy that this man has said? So it was a black girl, and she asked him straight up, was like, yo, if I was your daughter and I got pulled over for police, what would you say? Like, how would you help me? He was like, well, if you were my daughter, you'd be white and you wouldn't get pulled over.
I ain't mad at that.
White privilege.
I ain't mad at that answer.
That is insane.
That's crazy.
That's crazy though. Like that's
I feel like the only other person that can say some shit like that is Jay-Z.
Trump.
You said Jay-Z?
No, Trump's in the shithole.
He can still say it though.
No, I'm saying he can say it, but nah, he's.
I feel like Trump saying it though, it's less controversial than Biden saying it though.
Yeah, but Trump's already.
It's only
like,
funny because Biden doesn't know. He don't even know.
He don't know right from wrong.
They
He don't
trying
be
to
knowing he
lock
walked
his
up the
ass
stairs
up.
and shit.
They trying to lock Trump ass up.
They are. I saw that. I saw the mugshots of his whole crew. He fired with Gucci Mane's lawyer and hired Young Thug's lawyer.
I feel like Jay-Z could do something like that. Like Blue Ivy can get pulled over and be like, yo, you like addicts. And like,
You
yo,
still get locked up. What you talking about? What the fuck you talking about? You think Jay-Z can't get pulled over?
Jay-Z like it.
They
Depending on the
gonna pull him over just because they're gonna say it.
No, lock him up.
You think celebrity status matters?
No, he don't
It
got
depends. It
to.
depends. I feel like once you get to a certain point in celebrity status,
I feel like he's.
It depends on what cop you get.
you're not untouchable, but you are off limits to certain
Like
people.
Oprah.
But that all aligns with what cop you get though. Like if that cop don't really know you, it's still gonna get the same treatment as any other regular
Damn.
But the
person.
slightest
Ain't no way
disrespect.
he don't know you.
The slightest
That's like
disrespect. You
Eminem
talking to
getting pulled over.
Jay-Z.
They gonna let his ass go.
He white, it's different. Everybody know him.
But I'm
He's
saying,
different. Everybody don't know Jay-Z
Even
though.
like Jack Harlow, like he's still not that. They still gonna let him go.
First of all, everybody pulling over Jack Harlow. That nigga, he ain't special.
No, but I'm saying
Like he made one Big Mac meal, we think people to care about you. It's like they don't care about that nigga, bro.
in a situation like Ho, it's like saying a cop said the wrong thing. All right, cool.
Understand, when you go after a A-list celebrity, you have to be prepared for the fallout that comes with it. So if you go after Hove, Drake, Wayne,
But I feel like
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
gonna
saying.
have to be prepared for the shit that falls down
feel
because they
like-
can
Right.
afford to bury
Like
it.
you can still get arrested, but you have to deal with the shit, the
I
aftermath
feel like
of it.
Jay-Z and like Oprah Like even Donald Trump, I feel like they're like kind of past that.
You can't compare Donald Trump to Oprah and them.
Yo,
No, but his money though.
You can't. It don't, bruh.
He got the money though.
Bruh.
well, I see where he's coming from. I think we're in the same. I think where he's coming from is like Trump spends his he burns his cash with speaking and doing.
But I feel like
Oprah
there was a
hasn't
point in
spent
time-
her.
No, Trump is
freebies.
white. That's
No,
it. It's like, what the fuck you talking about?
There was a
Like,
point in time.
Trump is getting way more
So if there's a
respect
black
compared
version
to.
of Trump. Do you think it was?
If a cop pull over Trump compared to Oprah, who you think going to jail first?
Not Oprah.
That's hard.
Oprah gonna be like, I gave your daughter a car. What are you talking about?
Are you crazy?
They give out cars for anything.
Trump about.
You want a car?
Trump could
You
give
want this one?
Trump could give the nigga that pulled him over a car right there.
Yeah, but
But imagine pulling Oprah over and she's like, "You can have this Phantom.
yeah.
You don't think Trump could? Y'all wildin', bro.
You can have this one. I got another."
Y'all wildin'. In the realistic aspect, Trump is getting arrested after Oprah
Well,
at the
I mean,
same
to be-
time.
I've been like in a situation now. Nah.
To be
That's
fair,
right.
currently how he is, just like the FBI wanted him last year, and he was like, "I'm not coming in," and they're like, "Okay." So I mean, he's kind of proving that he don't give a fuck.
The nigga don't care. He still talk the same way.
They still got indictments on him and all that other shit.
Indictments is bullshit.
They are bullshit. They are bullshit. But they trying to get him. But Oprah never had to deal with that. She's black.
I mean, she also doesn't go run her fucking mouth.
Exactly.
And I was about to say, you know what another thing is? She flies everywhere.
Although there was the controversial because she was on Epstein's island. She was there. I don't know if she knew what was going on, but she visited. I mean, not everyone can be held accountable for a couple visits on what the hell creeps are going on and whatever. Like if I come to your house once or twice and then I don't come back, I can't be held accountable for the shit you had going on. I didn't know that was going on.
Right.
But like I think once you come back like 10 times, it's like, yeah, you was doing that
I didn't know
shit.
you walked the
Stupid. So I found this stupid ass question and I was like, yo, this is great. Would you rather be royalty 1,000 years ago or an average Joe today?
I don't know, that's confusing.
That's tough.
Because royalty was like crazy back then. You said 1,000 years ago? Yeah, like, you can have
Anything
30
you want.
fucking wives.
Yeah.
You just had
Don't
nothing
even,
to do
you
all
don't
day.
even, don't even go home. You chilling with your boys. She's not like,
But you don't got no cell phone.
right.
You have nothing to do all day.
I will be back.
Hey,
Oh no.
Babes, I will be back.
no hot water. Hey, yo, I will be a modern day man. I don't care. 30 wives, man, I fuck bitches. It's
But you said
alright.
royalty, right?
Yeah, royalty.
Oh, you got hot water. You saw Room at the time.
But they're boiling it.
Right. Steaming, boy.
Say we got 1 hour to wait for your water to
They
heat
found
up.
They had
whoa,
somebody
whoa,
doing
whoa,
that
what?
shit for them.
Well, you know if 9 o'clock is bath, you start preparing it at 8. And you can only take a bath. I don't think there was a shower.
I mean, you're right. Royalty would be kind of pampering.
Yeah, because I was about to say anything.
But you have no, I'm assuming technology was not a thing, so
You have no internet.
you have
I would
nothing.
be
You
happy.
didn't have nothing to do all day. You can fuck bitches and eat fruit.
Look, they didn't need to. They found shit.
I'd rather be an average Joe.
That's what make it hard though, because I'm like, royalty. Like,
I mean, I would rather
you're
go.
sitting up, and you got people coming in there like, yo, offer this motherfucker hat, bro. Fuck wrong with you.
Yeah, but
That's what that shit to do.
you gotta deal with them pedestrian niggas. They trying to off your ass too. You know they ain't fuck with you.
That's what I'm like. And it's
I'd rather be average Joe.
no, because it can happen to an average Joe too. I can
Less
walk
likely,
outside.
though.
I could walk right outside, and a kid boy hit me. Pow!
That's on
But it
you.
wasn't on purpose.
That's on you.
I don't know.
If
That's
versus
on
a
you.
coup, that's on purpose.
If a kid boy hits you, I know that's on you.
your ass.
Even if you use royalty, you don't want 30 kids.
No, that's a fact.
Okay.
But you can afford it though.
I'm coming back to the days with condoms.
I'm gonna sit with 30 bitches and eat fruit all day. I'm gonna be
Get bad fruit.
I don't even want to hear 30 bitches talk at one time. And I'm cool with that.
You're loyal to
I'm cool with that.
You
Don't got dick for
all you
30
gotta do is
bitches.
look at her
Yeah.
like,
Don't.
No, but the fact is that I could if I wanted to.
That's mad egregious, yo.
Yo,
Like-
back 1,000 years ago, did they even argue with their bitches?
Nah,
For
I don't
sure
know.
they did.
They didn't have rights.
For sure. If they did, that shit ended with a brawl.
It was a
I
privilege.
thought it
You
was
were out
just
of
a
the
smack,
house.
and that's the end of it.
Yeah.
Once you just said to me,
I don't think they knew what women's rights was or anything back in the day.
You got
Nah,
the
it was
double
over for
slap. It came.
Somebody said, you getting...
as soon as you smack it, I'm sorry, honey. I know.
I feel like they didn't have to do all the they just looked.
Where they sent the servant. Woman beats her.
Yeah, nah, you getting beat back in the day.
Oh, he was getting flogged.
Yeah.
With objects. It wasn't just hands. You were getting beat with heavy shit.
Grab the switch.
You were getting hit with a braided vine.
I think we were talking about this, but it was like, I forgot where it happened when they used to call bitches witches. Yeah, but could you imagine like being in that era and like a bitch don't give you pussy? You're like, yo, this bitch a witch.
So they would either burn them at the stake or they would tie shit behind their legs and drown them. They said if you was a witch, you would float back to the top and you wouldn't die. But if you drowned, you were a witch. And
Yo, they logic made no sense, bro. They just want to kill people.
That's all that was.
In the name of Jesus.
So you saying, if I drown, I'm human, but if I float, I'm a witch.
Yo.
I can't win in this.
They was waiting for anything. You'd be like, bitch. Oh, she a witch. No, I said bitch.
So what happens if she floated? Then what? Because obviously you're.
Oh, she getting lynched? All
What?
that
You
shit.
already tied her up and dropped her to the bottom with a rock. She came back. What are you gonna do now?
Burn her.
You gotta catch her again.
She's a magical witch.
I don't know why that was a
She
thing
does
back
not
in the day.
drown.
But burning people was such an easy thing to do back in the day. That's the solution to everything. Burn that bitch. Yeah. Every trip. It's shit.
You trying to give me some back?
That nigga stole a bag of potatoes. Burn him. And shit,
I mean, they were uneducated. Come on.
They did it in the name of Jesus.
They saw some magical shit. They
the
said
fuck that
it's a
niggas
witch.
did.
A bitch squirt. You're like, oh shit, this bitch a witch.
She's a demon.
Yeah, that's
You go tell the
crazy.
high pastor.
I bet
Demon.
that.
She makes water from nowhere.
So then they'd be like, well, put this water out. Burn her at noon.
Yeah, they were fucked up.
Can you imagine for 6 hours just tied to a tree, knowing they about to light this bitch on
Yo,
fire?
white people was crazy back in the day, bro.
That's why witches exist now. Because I'm pretty sure the level of hate that came about from that was
Being
crazy.
burned alive sounds
yeah.
terrible. I'd rather drown.
The level of hate is crazy because you know they're not about to do it now. They about to watch everybody watch you first too. Is crazy.
And no one's helping.
Right.
No one.
Even your husband, he's like, I ain't
They
getting
can't do
involved.
shit because I say they do something they next.
They can't even say help. They're just like,
And you know, it take them niggas a minute to die from that shit too and shit. You was watching that
the more
shit
they
for 10
fight, the
minutes.
easier it is.
Father Jedediah, we did not know she was a witch. We are sorry.
They're like, oh, I did not mean to say that. I meant to say she was. Her son is Mitch. That's what I meant to say. That witch. You guys killed her. Oh.
You know what I mean? Innocent people, they probably bodied it
All of
because
them.
there was like special ed and shit. Yo, imagine you had a special ed kid, dog. And
Well, most of them just got left in the woods. They were like, oh, special needs? Yeah, fuck that baby.
Them niggas definitely did them like Village.
That's how Tarzan was born.
Yo, what the fuck was it?
Tarzan was
It was
crazy.
Vikings, Valhalla shit, where Avar was born and they said, fuck this baby and just left him in the woods.
Yeah. That's what they did in Game of Thrones and
They
shit.
said, fuck this
They had to
baby.
get black.
I thought that's what the
Them
Amish do.
niggas-
Huh?
That's not what the Amish do.
Or like, sometimes if it was a girl, if it was a fucked up girl, they just throw it over the edge of the cliff.
I think the Amish still do that. Just leave their
Gross.
baby.
I hope they don't. That's crazy.
Throwing your child off the
unwanted
edge of a
baby.
cliff because they are not well is insane.
How do you know that though?
Good.
I think when you see them born with a cleft lip, you're like, yeah, fuck this.
Damn, can they get to like 2 at least?
They say
Like,
like this and shit.
And they like,
I respect that. I want a perfect baby.
that's what they thought. And
That
they
nigga
kept,
don't look like me.
they kept making cleft lip babies.
that's crazy.
If it was back in the day and I had the option, I would take it. If it was back in the day.
Remember that. Okay.
Oh, you would do it now?
No, of course not. That's unethical.
Because it's unethical.
What if it was ethical? If I say it was legal, you do it though.
Yeah, I mean, Now you took long. You said yeah.
Can I ask y'all a question? Can I ask y'all the same question in reverse?
So okay, hear about this. Is it different if you get born with a special needs baby? You're like, fuck this, give it to the state. Ain't that the same as kicking it off the cliff? Yes.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
No?
I depending on the scenario, I guess.
Because I feel like
if you got a kid, you know it's gonna be bedbound for life, hooked up with tubes. The motherfucker will never speak to you.
If you a mom or a dad that know you can't afford none of that shit, or you know you have to be able to provide for that shit, then I can understand it.
That's why they have.
But
that's why they have all the shit to help you with.
I understand, yeah, but I'm saying at that point, isn't that basically
But you
kicking
know
it off
them
the
niggas,
cliff?
bro. We all from the city,
No,
bro.
I'm saying.
All them niggas be using that shit for their own personal gain when they use them
But
shit.
we're saying
They
that's
ain't really
the
helping their
equivalent
kids.
of pushing it off the cliff, basically.
Because you basically saying, fuck this kid, I'm
I
out.
don't give a fuck about you.
I'm out.
I mean, y'all put it like that, then yeah.
Even though you came out of my dick or out of her coochie.
So what's worse? Come on now.
Kicking off the cliff, because at least, because like they died. At least they're alive in a home.
Your
they're
baby, you have no
they're being
conscience.
mistreated, but they're still alive.
Though that could also be the whatchamacallit, because when you leave the kid, you don't know what the fuck happens to him.
Bro, you have no consciousness as a baby. You hit that floor thinking of nothing.
He trying to offer a kid or something, like, I don't know. He mad passionate on this subject. He about to offer a kid.
Now, a realistic standpoint, I feel like just leaving them is pushing them off to foster care.
It's the same.
It's all crazy over
It's
here.
the same. It's like, you know what? I can't do this. I'm out.
Right, like, yeah, it's like I just give up.
Just let it go, right? Just let all your problems go. One fall.
That's crazy.
Baby away. Like, yeah, bro. So how you doing, bro?
Leave it by the fire station. They gotta take care of it.
I think you have 14 days or a month. It's a time window where you can do that.
For real?
That's some bullshit.
Oh shit.
After a month, you don't like the motherfucker. Whew.
You know what? You keep looking at me.
That's crazy.
You could do that.
I didn't know you could do that.
You can drop off a kid at the fire station.
Yeah, it can't. It
What?
has to be a neonate, and it can't be over a month. But if you like, you know what? I can't do this.
Because they'd rather you do that than you like mistreat your baby or like. You know
You can sit there, wait till they go on a call, put in the basket with a letter, and be
Moses
like,
that baby.
I can't do this. I'm sorry, and dip. And
That's legal?
Yeah, because some people,
What the fuck?
some people will legit like be like.
some people leave it at the hospital. Some
Yeah.
people throw it away. Like, some people just don't give a fuck.
That's fucking wild.
That's crazy.
I was just playing with the whole time.
I thought these niggas were joking at first. That's some real shit.
No, this is real
shit,
shit
bro.
that
What
happens
the
in this
fuck?
city.
You could dead ass.
You could just leave a baby anywhere.
You can
Now
just be
I
like,
know.
it has to be a neonate. Can't just be like, it's a 2-year-old, I don't want him no more. I'm out.
I'm about to say.
I know what a neonate is.
But even still, with that, you could give your child up to the state.
Yes, and it will go to a state home, and you can not feel anything about it, but just know you'll never.
Yeah.
You won't know where he went. You won't know anything.
All they
The
can
name will
say-
change. All
Yeah.
that's done. Like that's a done deal. You're closing that chapter if you do that.
Over.
I feel so much
At least
guilt
the
doing
foster
that.
parents, the mothers go find them, or the kids can track it. You can't track shit.
I don't want you to.
I mean, though, you gave me up, bro. Mad years later.
Why not? I want to rekindle with what I made.
Bro,
I
You part of me.
I can understand
I got
both
it.
sides. Like,
You
if
part of me, man.
Bro, I met my mom. She ain't shit. What you saying? I'm about to say, like, my mom, she don't know her dad at all. She been trying to find his nigga forever. I know for a fact they ain't trying to find her. It's like what's the point? It was like, ain't no point of that shit.
Bro, she wants to know.
She wants that connection.
You know-
Maybe he might be a cool dude. Maybe he might not be.
Who cares what he is? She just wants to know.
In her mind,
My
he probably
mom
a cool
is
dude.
like 49. This nigga not cool, bro. That nigga ain't come around since. All right, that nigga is not cool.
She just want to know, man. She just want to know. You don't want to know who
I
your
think
dad
you-
is?
it's
I
a-
would
it's-
like to know who my dad is.
I think it's an age limitation for that. I feel like
What?
if you,
You gotta grow up out of it.
Nah. I'm saying like if you want to be back in my life, you gotta come back in my life for like in my teens or my 20s. Anything after 30s,
Yeah, you kind of.
you dub. My whole life has been. I already
Why?
passed a whole quarter of my life
Why do you feel that?
because I already passed a quarter of my life.
So
I already know I know how the world goes without you.
You're saying your dad can't come to you as a man and be like, all right, well, I know I didn't have the best time with you, but hey, what's up?
At 40?
No.
At 40? No.
Hell nah.
No.
Where's your forgiveness? Where's your kindness?
I got plenty of it when I was younger.
Bruh, nobody's told you to love him and be like, Dad, no.
But that's what he expecting though.
Bear with him. Say, yo, I hate you, but you know, you
understand
still
it,
my pops,
that's what they expecting though. They want that. You're not gonna get that from me. At least I'm talking about me personally. You're not gonna get that from me.
Why?
Because there's so much level of disrespect a human can take.
By the time
what's disrespect?
By the time I'm in 30,
the neglect.
From my perspective, could you imagine, like, whoever you close to, your mom or your dad, whatever. Your mom, you a little kid, you trying to learn something. She take your body and just go. And just walk out the house. And just never come back. But you remember this shit. You gonna ever want to talk to her and make peace with that? You got a cricking in that.
But see, hold on.
Yeah, let's change the scenario. Let's say you meet him, your dad or mom, right? Y'all hang out, and then they dip again.
Yeah.
You gonna keep forgiving?
This is what I'm used to.
You gonna keep forgiving?
I mean, I had a good time.
You already got slapped in the face twice.
I knew these people wasn't shit.
They was.
Hold up.
I spent time with my mom and my dad with the only way possible. I knew these people wasn't shit.
I mean, no snake can know them well. If you just wanted to hang out and get to know them for a little bit, you're here for a good time.
There's a difference between being forgiving
I think it
and being
depends on the
content.
person then.
You feel where I'm coming from, right?
No, I'm saying, but yeah, there's a difference between being forgiving and being content. Where you just like, all right, let me just do this just cause blah blah blah.
It's like your crackhead cousin. He's a crackhead. You shouldn't even supply him with any type of anything. But yet you do because you love your crackhead cousin, right?
No, your crackhead cousin gonna be there though. He gonna be around.
I asked him for shit consistently. Worse than them, they just disappeared. But he wants to take from you. You're right. Good job, crackhead cousin. Thanks for being my emotional support.
I just personally think that I'm not gonna waste my time with someone that didn't want to waste their time with me. That's all I'm fit.
25 years is a long time.
That's a long time.
And that's respected. But if they're willing to give you the time, why couldn't you take 1 minute?
Because why didn't they do that 25 years ago?
Exactly.
They did. They made you.
It depends
you
on
could
the
have been
scenario.
non-existent, bro. You could have been nothing.
But
the combination of both of these people made you. And you don't want to give it 1 minute.
When it comes to
When it comes to parenting, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. When it comes to parenting, making it is the easy part. Anybody can make a child. I can go fucking hook right now, boom, I have a child. That's easy. But actually taking care of your child, that's a whole different ballgame.
That's a different story. And I respect that. And that's a different story. But at the end of the day, if you don't take care of me, and I have the opportunity to at least meet you once, or at least spend some time to ask you what happened, then what was the point?
But some people probably can't handle maybe the disrespect that comes with me. What if they also?
It's disrespect all around. You already know
it's
but I'm assuming 9 times out of 10 you've built some type of image, like you got a little sliver of hope that this person actually loved you or missed you or cared.
What? No.
You gave a fuck to know.
30 years old? No, you're not thinking like
you
that.
You gave a fuck to where you wanted to meet them.
You're thinking that this nigga is just another man. That's all you're thinking in that point.
Right.
The person that's looking
I
is
get
not
where you're
thinking
coming
that
from. Is like the fact that you get to meet them.
You feel me? If he came out and reached out to you, there's no reason just for you to say no.
But I'm saying, I don't think that I need to
who's doing the reaching?
have
You
them
or
in my
them?
life for that.
Of course, you're not reaching.
No, I thought you were reaching.
Nah.
Because if you're reaching and you find them and they say, I got 10 minutes for you, and they say, I ain't never fucked with you.
Whoa, no. I'm saying these people is reaching out to you. If you reach out to them, that's wild. Because they never cared to begin with. So if they reach out to you, yes. At least give them 1 minute.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Give them a minute. But if you reached out and they still told you to suck my dick, then no.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
I'd probably find him and do something. You like, what?
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, like what you told me. Like I'm your son.
Watch your mouth.
most of them scenarios be ending like Fresh Prince though. It's like them niggas be come in, they make plans with you, and then niggas don't even obligate to them plans for reals and shit. It's like, who wants to go into a situation where you know it's gonna be at a zero?
Some people go numb to that shit.
It's not along the lines of embracing. It's more along the lines of having understanding. You feel me? You went through a lot through your life because you didn't have him around or her around. You feel me? So now you want to understand what was going on because they're a person as well. You feel me?
Sometimes that could be triggering to a person.
And that's fine. Be triggered because it's your understanding. You feel me?
Facts.
It's where you wanna learn what the fuck happened. I wanna know what the fuck happened. If I get mad, that's fine. Cause yeah. But I still wanna know. It's more like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me get this out the way kind of feeling.
That takes a strong person. That takes on both ends. Both people have to be mentally prepared to deal with the fact that you aren't going to meet in the middle. And there's going to be a lot of emotions. And if you can't handle basic emotions, you ain't going to be able to advance ones. So if you ain't ready for that, I wouldn't do it.
I'd do it.
You got to be mentally strong unless you're going to act like a child and try to fight them.
I mean, I'm not mentally strong, but
See this nigga about to fight him.
I'll probably, it depends on what was said. If it is
so
someone disrespect, I might slap him and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Imagine your dad is not in your life, right? You don't know him. And then he pops up and is like, hey, son, I want to talk to you. Let's convene, right? And then you got, your dad turns out to be like Jock Dad. And then you like,
Nah, I'll slap him. No, he knows the difference. No. My dad is different.
Yeah, I don't understand. Jock Dad, he lives on 8. And it don't take much to get him the extra 2.
I'll slap the shit out of him. It's like walking in the house. It's like 5 seconds
You walk in the
fast.
house, sit down. Why you niggas doing nothing all fucking day?
Whoa! It's 8 o'clock in the night. Is it okay to do nothing right now?
See, that's when I be like, you got me?
No, you just snacking.
Then you get one of the back in my days, I was working, went to school, drove tractors.
Great job. But 8 o'clock, I was
All
clocking
those
in
stories be
16th
cat.
drive.
I swear bro. I was working at 15.
I used to walk to school. You didn't do nothing.
Right. Like if you was working at 15, you was not working. You was interning. You was a slave.
Right.
Let's get it straight.
You were getting $3 an hour.
You sitting there putting the math together like this nigga is this something? Nigga, you was a slave. Nigga,
That's what I'm saying. Like, they still be so out crazy and shit.
I seen them marks in your back, daddy.
Nah, his dad would call you ungrateful 3 times.
Yo,
And then you just get up. Look
the
him
whole
straight
house.
in the face.
I could be there for him. You just be with me. You gotten called ungrateful too. You just met him.
So the guy.
I'm about to say, didn't we go through that?
I fuck with him.
The disrespect
Did we
down to you.
Did we low-key go through that, bro?
It's crazy.
Wait.
Nah, your pops black down on his
Oh yeah, my dad did black on us. That shit.
That
High as
nigga,
a bitch.
that nigga would look at you and be like, you
we
too.
stopped talking to you
I was just talking to
We
him.
were at the bus stop, right? We were smoking at the bus stop.
Ungrateful
Yeah.
niggas, get the
That's
fuck
when you
out.
walk by. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Make sure you lock the door behind you.
Old niggas is funny, man.
Yo. What? So here's a scenario, right?
Like before you say that, can I get a drink?
Go.
Alright, bet.
So you find out your shorty is an escort.
A who?
An escort. You've been with her for 4 years.
Back it up.
But here's the kicker. You're like, you know what? I'm telling everybody, fuck this.
What?
She lawyers up.
Why would you tell people?
You're hurt, obviously.
Oh,
What's she gonna get a lawyer for? She didn't have me
me.
sign the NDA.
You realize this ruins your reputation as well?
Yeah.
Why would I tell people?
Have you met some of the men we've been around the past 3 months?
Point.
Nah, but look, why would she have a lawyer though for? To sue me for posting it and telling everybody?
For telling everybody. So
But she didn't make me sign an NDA.
So she tells you, tell everybody I'm
And it's
suing.
not.
Do you still tell her, or do you tell everybody? You say shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell everybody because, like, first off, I didn't sign an NDA. I didn't sign no contract. You know what I'm saying? First off, if I had to find out that you was an escort, that means you didn't tell me nothing about not telling everybody else. So somebody had to find out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure if I went on like Alligator Escort or some shit and I seen your shit, somebody other than me
That's the
knows.
site?
At the
What's
site?
the site?
Alligator Escort.
All right, thank you.
Oh wow.
Oh no, there's a lot of them.
There's mad of them.
You got Alligator Escort, you got Skip the Games, you got
Yeah, I know him.
Call Escorts.
Whoa,
You got mega
y'all know
personals.
all of these shit.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
I know whores like straight up for sale right now, $40.
I only
For
know
$40, that shit's whack.
I
That shit
only
is
know it
trash.
because
I know the sites because they sit on them all day, making sure bitches don't steal their pictures.
I only know it because I heard it in an argument.
Shit was funny.
You heard it in the argument.
I heard it in an argument. It was like black. The bitch was black and the nigga was like she was like telling you ain't shit, you ain't shit, nigga, you ain't shit. And like, bitch, you show your pussy, I would get an escort. I'm like,
I'm about to look it up.
yo, I swear to God, I did that. I went right on Google. I was like, I would get an escort.
There was bitches who sell pussy on Craigslist at one point.
I think I'm like the original Escorts spot. I remember that shit.
Craigslist. Craigslist was back page before the
Feds took it.
I forgot about
Back page. You go to Craigslist and be like, let me get a piece of pussy.
I'll trade you a lawnmower and a Ford F-150.
He's like, I got a fork.
And she'll be like,
Okay.
okay. There better be some gas in them bitches. Yo.
Yo, Craigslist is crazy.
Yo, wild. So,
Now, like, that's like Twitter now.
X-Vids.
Right, that's why he put an X. That's why he changed that bitch to X. XXL.
So in a world of, and what you do, there's always new people popping up. Because I see it a lot, especially a lot of people
Like
popping
in
up.
the game?
Or
Or just clients?
in the game, there's a lot of new people captured by, photos by, filmed by. How do you stay on top? How do you be like, you know what? I'm still better than them niggas.
Niggas bad, boy. Nah, just playing. I just stay consistent and always try to. I never stay content where I'm at.
Okay.
You know, like I'll like around my friends, I'll be talking shit like I'm nice, da 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 da. But in my mind, it's like I'm still not where I want to be. So I always try to keep growing to where it's like kind of how I look at it, the good news, where it's like I'll look at a photo and be like, yo, I snapped on this motherfucker.
Okay.
The news will just post some shit and it's like, yo, this shit is so fire. What the fuck, man? How the fuck? I gotta get better.
Okay.
So it's like I always try to humble myself. I always know there's room for improvement, even with my shooting, even with my equipment, all the above. I always feel like there's room for improvement. So I try to humble myself, and then even sometimes they'll reach out to me and ask for advice, and I usually try to give advice, or I try to, but sometimes some of them like to play.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like one time I felt like I was too nice.
Okay.
2 times is too nice, right?
Right.
Somebody shitting your time. Yeah, so basically somebody shitting on my time twice. So I'm kind of like on my new shit like that. You gotta be serious.
Okay.
Like you gotta find my number off Facebook somehow, someone call me after you write me. And I say, yeah, bro, and then not respond ever again. No, I'm just kidding.
So is your goal to have like your own like photography company where you just like fuck it, you just start sending motherfuckers out?
Low key, one of my goals is I want to take over. I want to be like the next Life Touch.
Would you move into adjacent like roles? Like it's still photography, but now you're doing news and shit. You gotta grab a picture of whatever the fuck happened.
You said nudes?
News.
They said
Oh.
news too.
Like they send like the news report, like the freelance niggas and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Would you? Not I'm saying you would do it, but like if you had your own company, would you eventually touch that, or would you be like, nah, I'm only doing this?
No, only if they were paying me. But even if that was the case, I would want to be in a predicament where it's like I have workers to where it's like, well, you guys want a job? All right, we're contracted with whatchamacallit.
Okay.
Because that's literally how I keep saying news, because he put me on the mad shit. That's
I
how
get it.
news used to run the game, you know what I mean? Like, could you imagine one person be sitting right here and his name's at 8 different events? That's how he had things running. So, you know what I'm saying? That's kept him consistent and kept him getting booked. And then that eventually helped me to start getting people recognizing my name, like, yo, this little nigga is everywhere, son. So,
Where would you put your headquarters? Because I always thought about that. I'm like, yo, once I get big enough, where would I put my main base of operations?
in a perfect world, London.
You could go straight over there.
Yeah, I would work out of there because the like money to them ain't nothing.
I would. Okay. Me personally, I would need two. I couldn't.
Yeah,
I couldn't work off of one. I'd probably have the editing firm and team in like Nebraska or some shit. But I feel like I'd probably have to live in a popping city like Austin or Miami just because of the socialite. But I probably wouldn't be there.
Yeah,
I go there
would
once a week,
definitely-
record, and get the fuck out of there.
Like once I get to a point like that, I'm just the person that's basically signing the papers. And then like if I am doing shoots, it's like stuff that I want to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like Harper's Bazaar is like, yo, I need you to shoot the cover. Okay, boom, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like the baby showers, this, that, and the third. I'll have workers, you know what I mean? Younger workers learning how to do the game. And of course I'll be paying them, but I'll be having stuff like that. I would want stuff like that to where, like I said, I'm everywhere.
I like that. So do you hit other people, like on something like, hey, I see you start or do you wait till they have to hit you kind of deal?
Every once in a blue moon, if I see somebody like really working, I'll like comment on there. 9 times out of 10 they'll have already added me or we'd already been friends, but sometimes if I see it, I'll be like, yo, this is kind of fire, and I'll shoot them an ad, and then I'll like throw a couple comments like, yo, this is fire, and blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes they'll reach out like, yo, I've been looking at your work for mad long, blah, 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 how you do this or how you do that, da, 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 da. Like, I was at Terry's party.
Okay.
A couple months, it was like I think his first little rooftop party. And somebody that came up to me was like asking me questions like, yo, he was asking me how was it that I was able to sell my photos?
Okay.
Like instantly. And I explained it to him. I was like, bro, I went to New York City and I seen them doing it. So I said, hey, I'm gonna do it. And then I brought it here. So I take the pictures and I charge him a decent price. Cause he was like, oh, should I charge him like 50? And I was like, you're not gonna sell a photo. I'm not gonna hold you. You're not in New York City. We're in Rochester, New York. You can't do stuff like that. And a lot of stuff with the game is knowing your market. You know what I mean? Like, I have my price set to where, like, if I was to get up and move, I would be eating in a whole lot of different cities. You know what I mean? Like, in bigger cities. Like, I feel like Rochester, it's a dope city, but there's a lot of people where it's, like, favoritism, or if you are already knee-deep in something, they're going to stick to somebody that they know, kind of thing. So it's, like, it's kind of hard to break out in certain aspects.
Kind of force people to like it kind of deal, and that's what sucks.
Yes.
And I realized that, especially with the shorts and the reels and all that shit.
Right.
I had to go the extra, because I did a test, and I have to go the extra mile with the hashtags just for the consistent interaction. Because, like, it can't just be hashtag Rochester, Buffalo, Syracuse, Philly.
I actually learned
and then
that
that's when it's like, because I did hashtag Rochester only. I think it hit like 20 something views. But when I add all that other shit in, that's when you start hitting the 1K and all that shit.
See, the one thing I learned about like Instagram and Reels and all that shit is you gotta do what everybody else is doing. Honestly, I'll go like look at like the photographers who are getting mad followers and mad likes. Go like, okay, let me see what they're hashtagging.
See, the problem is
like what the Facebook things is doing. Like, and then sometimes too, another thing a lot of people don't do is they don't research the hashtag that they're doing. They'll hashtag like money because 8 niggas done did it the whole time. Money only has 8 people that actually only interacted with that versus something like FYP got billions of people on every
post should have FYP.
Yes, it's like for your page or something. But
every post should have some version of it. Either you spelled it fully out or you just did FYP.
But that's another
the
thing
smiley
too.
face, FYP viral. It should have some variation of that.
With marketing too, especially with Instagram and TikTok is learning hashtags. You gotta learn how to switch them up. Like you gotta know which ones work, and then you gotta know your algorithm. Like I know if I post a skit on my business page or a video at noon, it's gonna get some traffic. I don't know why, it's gonna get some traffic. I haven't found another time, but right now, noon is a really good time for me on TikTok.
I know Sundays are my best days for TikTok and YouTube Shorts.
See?
That is when I get my most views. Sundays. And I'm like, all right, whatever. If I gotta do the extra to do it, so be it. There's actually a website that tells you which hashtags are currently trending, and it's updated in real time.
Yeah, but sometimes those don't work.
Sometimes.
Like, and then I feel like, too, once you get, like, a certain interaction, like a 1K or a 2K, and you get it consistently, then sometimes you don't even gotta use the hashtags. Because I'm growing to that point on Instagram where it's like, I don't really gotta use.
So that's the problem with in my lane, is that podcasters are normally already lit. Like, you got Bobby, you got Bert, Tom Segura, you got fucking, what the hell is his name? Rogan. They don't need the hashtag, so it's hard to be like, oh, let me figure out how they did it.
But sometimes too, it always helps to just throw it out there and just try it. Because I feel like too, one thing I learned about social media is the worst somebody gonna do is just not like it.
True. I mean, I'll take it if you hate it and send it to someone else to laugh at. Got 2 views.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. All views are good views when it comes to social media.
And the algorithm just likes that you view it and you like it, and then when I get the occasional comment, that only boosts it.
Like, even the people who accidentally go viral off of something stupid, now somehow, some way, they're gonna have to get over the check because you keep using their content or you keep using their face.
Just work with the Island Boys and a bunch of other motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're nowhere now.
What do you fucking know?
This nigga here.
They just popped about the fucking blue.
He listens to the Island Boys.
Oh. Do you think select white people get a white pass? Do you think select people get a N-word pass? Like, does context matter or just don't matter at all? You can't say it. Because the Island Boys are very much white people. And they nigga this, nigga that, nigga.
They can't say that. They can't say that. No, I feel like nobody should get a pass.
Okay. I don't think niggas should be using it. I mean, I know we use it, but realistically, we gotta cycle it out of the vocabulary.
Yeah, but I feel like too, there's a difference. Like, if you like say like nigger, yeah, that's automatic. Like,
there's no race, even black people. There's no way to say the hard ER. There's no way to like. There's no way to word that.
Yeah, it's not like you're not trying to be my friend. There's no accidental way you could be like, nigger. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. No. Mm-mm.
So it's just, it doesn't matter how they was raised or brought up. Pat, you don't get it. Do you think
like I feel like that's on you if you not in front of me or nobody black and you accidentally say that in a song, you don't have, like, I had friends who literally be like, dude, I'm so sorry, I said it while I was at home, bro, I don't give a fuck. That doesn't, you saying that at home does not affect me. Like, you telling me that you're saying it, you know what I mean? That's, I'm still not gonna really affect me, but don't say that shit in front of me. We're fine. We are Gucci.
Can POC say it?
People of color.
Hispanics, Asians, because you have darker Asians.
No, I feel like they shouldn't.
Arabic.
I feel like they shouldn't because not for nothing they have their own derogatory.
Okay.
Well, not even that. You're just not black.
That too.
We shouldn't be saying that shit.
But I was about to say, because I feel like too, I feel like as black people, we say Arab a lot, and I just learned like a couple years ago that's derogatory.
But
it's Arab.
That's just people being ignorant, though. That's all that is.
But it's something that's so normalized.
You can stop yourself at any time and not say Arab.
Yeah, but it's so normalized though.
See, the difference. So
that's the problem right there, that it's normalized.
Ignorance is not knowing.
Yes.
You know what you're doing when you do it. So
I don't believe that. I think ignorance is definitely known.
No, I'm saying the definition of ignorance is not knowing. So,
it's ironic though, because it's known today.
Like, it's very offensive. They just still want the money though. So they'll take you calling them Ak, even though it's disrespectful.
Depending who you is.
They gonna want your money. They don't give a fuck about you.
Depending who you is, because a lot of people get away with shit, and they do the same shit to other people and shit like what's it called? Like nigga Chris Brown they always get on Chris Brown about being Rihanna, but it's mad people out there that's still booming and shit that done did the same shit. So it's all about what's it called, Chris Rock's last special, selective outrage and shit. It's all about
that.
it's
I
all
feel
about
like
who
too,
you
but
hate.
with Chris Brown was like a national, international, like his face was like anything R&B, you see Chris Brown. Like he was like a lot of people's, yo, I want to be Chris Brown, I want to dance like Chris Brown, I want to do this, I want to do this. And then with him dating Rihanna, it was like the super couple, like, oh my God, everybody wanted to see this. And then it's like, yeah, you beating this bitch, you know, it's good with this, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like even, but like you said, it's like the whatchamacallit, because Blueface be beating on whatchamacallit,
that's all I
but
think of.
ignorance, because people are ignorant, they'd be like, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
But that's why I said the ignorance is known, though. Even it's ironic that the definition is how y'all guys say it, because it's known, because that's what sells. It's like no one's getting on the TV be like, yo, let's do this positive shit. We're gonna get so many views from this. You're not gonna get any live views from that shit at all. It's all about the ignorance.
That was an amazing fucking show.
yeah.
Kids though. But nah, I get it. It's the bullshit that sells, and it has to be at the right time. Because like you said, Blueface and old girl should not be together at all.
Yeah.
They should not be having a baby. But that's not my fish on my farm, so they can do whatever the fuck they want.
I just want to point out, when I am in the Arabic stores, I've never referred to them as, I always referred to them as boss. I don't know why. My brother used to do it when I was little, so I'm always like, yo, what up, boss? What up, boss? Even the little ones, I'd be like, I don't know, if you back there, you're getting called boss.
I just treat them like normal people. Like,
Yeah.
it's good. Like they're not
I'm like, I don't know their,
their
I don't
color,
know
their
names, so it's
skin,
just,
or their nationality doesn't change the fact they're still a human. They just
Right.
have a store.
Yeah, I'm like, you a little boss.
They just have a store.
Exactly.
Like I'm not gonna change you, deograte you, or make you feel
Yeah.
bad because like whatever, you got something I don't have. I need these chips or whatever. And
that
I'm
was
not
my
paying
thing,
tax
though,
when
too.
y'all not charging me on it.
I feel like a lot of this might be unpopular, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I feel like a lot of fucking black people get crazy when people say, like, obviously like racist slurs and shit. But we be the most niggas saying a bunch of racist slurs every day.
Like, nigga.
We say nigga, we say ock, we say all that shit, like referring to any, like whatever they are and shit. We be saying shit all the time. If we get mad at a white person, you already know we call him a cracker.
What did Chris Rock say?
We say the most craziest things too, so it's like
Sometimes you gotta cycle your racial slurs. You gotta come up and do it.
nah, you just don't say them. What you mean?
Nah, sometimes I feel like there are times where it'd be like,
Bro, I was walking with this dude like 1 year and shit. And we walk into my sister's house. A car passed by. He randomly just goes like he say some crazy slur like stupid ass crackers, like to two random ass people. They yell out the car like shut up niggas and shit. He like, yo, bro, they just said some racist to me. Nigga, you started it. It's like you can't be that mad. So it's like some of the situations be like, yeah, like be whatever.
The world is changing, and you can't really insult people at all. Like, you can no longer use racial slurs. Well, never
Everything
could, but
I don't think you should.
you couldn't use racial slurs to be like, you dumb fucking Jew, like whatever. Like they couldn't. They maybe aren't Jewish, but you're just saying it.
Let me move my chair.
I'm about to say like
I'm saying, maybe I just said it to you, and you're not a Jew at all. But I'm just saying it. Like you can't say that. And then
You also can't be like, fuck you, fag, because you can't say that. It doesn't matter if you're getting nice. You can't say that. And so it's like, you just can't insult people at all.
I've always said for group. Yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't say it at all.
Any
type of terminology.
I don't know why. I'm like, when people be like, oh, thank you. Like, even in conversation, it's like, that word just sound like, we talk about this all the time. It's a bundle of sticks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
roll
like,
up the tongue crazy and shit.
So I just
They
be
like
like,
freaky frogs.
I just be like, fagoot, because I'm like, I'm not really being rude. It's like, whole time I just made the word up. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have some type of, but
That's the same shit the white person said when he made nigga. It's like, I'm not being rude. I'm just saying nigga. That's all.
they didn't come up with that.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It was originated.
Everyone is a freaky frog. Love yourself and love the person that loves you.
Look, I'm
Why are you looking at
I'm
me?
cool with everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
My whole, like, I've worked for Black Pride, regular Pride, Pepper Pride, you name it. Do you? Just don't do me. You know what I'm saying?
Pride is scary.
Huh?
I've never heard of the Purple Pride.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
shit sounds scary as fuck.
Was that bisexual or some shit?
Yeah.
Like,
I just thought it was black people. I don't fucking know.
Those the pans. The
pansexuals?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they call it?
They're purple?
Learn something
Nah,
every
they
day.
be having like mad different whatchamacallits, I guess.
Pandemics.
Nah, you call it that. You
That
call
was
it that. You call it that. I just actually learned what pansexual was, because for the longest I was like,
I
yo.
think you love everybody.
Yeah, because I'm like,
if as long as they're human, you like them.
see, how,
So
since
you
we're
just a
talking about
freak.
ignorance, who
You're
me?
a freak, basically.
Pretty much.
No, you just, yeah. You're right.
You just a freak.
They like trans, they like straights, they like heteros, they like everything
what
out
likes
there.
them.
Yeah. And what doesn't like them.
They call it a pan because it collects everything.
See,
I knew this nigga about to say some dumb shit,
I was about to say that, like, yo, I dead ass thought that when I heard it, I was like,
yo, that made mad sense.
I'm like, yo,
though, I'm
that's
not
mad
gonna lie.
stupid. Who be fucking pans? Like, what?
Well, so I thought it was weird because isn't that just bisexual then? Or does it have to have its own
Well,
No,
category?
because
Bisexual is
bisexuals,
just-
you ain't gonna mess with a trans. I
No,
don't think.
bisexual. is-
Bisexual, you like men and women.
No, no, I think with
you strictly only like men and women though. That's it. Like you don't like anything
but with
that's
the pan
outside of
comes
that.
into it's with the people who be them, all the other. What is the word? What they identify as.
What you talking about?
We're playing geometry with gender.
Nah, yeah.
I'm
So
good.
so I guess there's more sexes than
There's 100
male and
sexes.
female. There's male, female, other, X, and
I'll say it. No one else is gonna say it. Like pansexual is basically the deluxe premium that you subscribing for bisexuals. Because bisexual is basically you like men and women. Pansexual you like all that shit. You like the whole trinity.
but you can like both too.
Yo, the holy trinity.
You know what I mean?
is insane.
You can like both too.
Nah, that's what it is, though, huh?
You can like both. Bi is really like I'm a girl. Like I feel like
No, bisexual is
saying-
you like strictly
you're same
a
sex
male
or male.
or
Or you same sex with the other one.
but we saying that if you pansexual then
That's everything. though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's-
because
but there's more than-
bisexual don't mean that you don't like a transsexual.
No, I'm saying with the labels with the male and the females and all that other stuff. There's more than just male and females. Whatchamacallit is just like either males or females. Pansexuals.
Pansexuals.
These niggas throwing out gang signs. we about to jump these niggas. I'm at the door, so
How do you jump? How do you do a 2v2 jump?
Nah, it's possible. I done seen it. I
they
done
did it in
seen
Tupac. Nah, but I don't know how to explain it, but somebody was explaining it to me. It's literally like it's with the they and the them and all the other stuff. Because I guess sometimes some people with this society they won't consider like a they or a them a boy or a girl.
Gotta give up on them pronouns.
I've had
I
someone
know
in
either.
there.
Just use their names.
Look,
Yeah,
you need to
facts.
hear. You know
Don't
what I'm saying?
say they, she, or it. Just use their names.
Now look,
Which name?
It's easy to identify him though.
no, it's not.
It's easy
It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
It
No, it's
is.
not. No, it is not.
There's a lady that works in the cafe next door to my job.
Where you work at?
Where work at? I can't tell that. That's crazy.
I'm saying though that might be one out of many, but
But hold on. It was like the lady works in the cafe, and she's clearly transsexual. The dude that had a transsexual procedure and stuff. And everyone just addresses her as her. You know what I'm saying? Like even if I go in there, I say she, her. I don't disrespect.
Did you
That's
know?
clearly.
Huh? Do you
said
know?
clearly.
Do I know? Oh yeah, you can
So
clearly
then
tell.
why wouldn't you say he?
Because it's respectful to her.
It's respectful to her.
No.
That was a he.
No, it's disrespectful to call her a he.
Why?
Because that's not how she identifies.
But that's how she was
But
made.
that one specifically you can tell. There's some people that have been doing this since they were kids,
And you can't even tell.
and you ain't gonna know unless they tell you.
You
can
heard
tell
what
with this
Kendrick
one.
said.
You can
That
tell.
one, sure.
You can
You
tell
heard
with
what
this one.
Kendrick said.
you see this one, you know.
There are
That's what I'm saying.
There are
There's-
plenty that
yeah.
switch, and you like what?
There's a lot of them like, cause I even seen it just working
But that's
working at
different,
Pride,
though.
and you'd be like, I'm like, yo, wait, what's
But
going
what
on?
you talking about is you talking about someone that you talking to that you don't know.
No, I'm not talking about
the
any of
moment
that. I'm
what
talking
they
about
is or
there's
how
a
they
whole
identify. I'm talking about a
plethora-
person that I know for a fact that this person that identifies by this.
No, I'm saying you talk about people that you clearly can identify. We're saying there's people that you can walk in this room and you don't know what they are. You don't know. You'll be like she, and she'll be like, I'm a nigga. You don't know.
But she's a she still.
You know what I'm saying? But there's people that you don't
Yeah, but
know.
like you said, your own logic, if you call her a she and that's a nigga, she gonna whoop your ass because she don't go by that.
Are you saying? But all right. So you're saying like if a chick. so you saying if a chick. You saying if a chick is going out looking like a nigga?
There's people who.
That what you saying? Are you saying the chick that's a
tomboys.
dude? But tomboy is not a. It's not a sexuality. That's just something that's more of a phase.
If you look like a nigga,
I'm assuming you're a nigga. And if I come up to you and you say, nah, I'm a girl.
There's only you at that point.
There are plenty of people that I've met that I've introduced this as a man. It's not until recently this year that they're like, that's a female to male. They're like, word? What's up?
Yes, respectfully though, like
I'm not gonna start calling you male now,
but especially with the surgeries.
But the thing you wouldn't know once again that this is not a male.
Now you're not going to most of the time because they get like most of these people that get these procedures are getting like top-notch procedures.
Where they gonna?
But that's where you don't know though. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. When you do know though, you identify them what they want.
Not for nothing. I met somebody who got the surgery and they still identify as a nigga. I don't know why.
Because
I don't know why.
Know.
That's what they choose to though.
They work out.
See, you would see them with
titties. No, I'm saying you would see them with titties, right? With your logic and be like, she, right? Because you see the titties, right? Is that what you was basically saying?
No.
Because you said if you
I thought that was his logic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying that if the person is clarifying themselves or classifying themselves as this as a specific gender, whether it's male or female, then that's what I'm going off of. Like the lady at the cafe, she goes off as a female. So I talk.
We talk about people you don't know. Like we're not talking about somebody that's on a store.
I'm talking about somebody people that don't right now. We don't know who they are.
I don't know about y'all niggas, but
and it's a man.
I know who I'm talking to. Like I could tell. If someone had a procedure, like
it's
y'all
not that easy.
It is though. It really is.
It's not.
You're not just gonna use Superman in these people. You're just like,
You can just tell by talking to them.
No, we're not talking about talking to them. We talk about you.
Then how you gonna find out?
No. Sometimes they don't. No, you and I sitting right here. If someone opens that door, we like, sir, you can't come in here. I'm a woman. You're not about to sit there and be like, I knew that was a man. I knew that was a man.
All right, is the woman in this one that you're calling a sir look like a nigga?
Yes.
It don't matter. We just saying
I can tell that nigga is a female. Plenty times. I've done it before. Plenty times. I put that on my dad. I know that.
if you was doing like a DJ set for a pride party, you would not be able to know.
I would know.
You would not.
I would know all of them.
I would know. I would know what's going on. Put it like that. I'm not gonna try to say anything offensive, but I'll know what's going on.
Maybe you do. I can't take that from you.
You know what I'm saying?
I grew up in a family where I had a bunch of them like type of sexualities going around, so it's not hard for me to identify that shit and stuff. I think that like y'all don't be around all that shit as often. So
I'm about to say I'm a photographer, so.
But this shit growing up though.
No,
I'm saying I was around it growing up. Yeah, I'm saying like growing up, it was a normality.
You feel ignorant, but I see it all the time.
I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Like growing up, I was used to that shit.
I'm gonna be like, you look like a nigga, so I said what I thought was right. If you mad, you should be mad. But at the end of the day, you look like what I said you look like.
Keep it 100. I'm at the point where I don't even be like he, she, this, that. I ain't gonna hold you half the time. Half the time I just look and nod. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? I don't do none of that. Because some of that sometimes.
You think mine did?
Because sometimes it'd be like, especially me being in the public, it's like I'm not about to go up and be like, oh sir, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. So I'll just be like, hey, how you doing? Or blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Everyone by their last name.
If you don't like it, then you'll fix me. But right then and there, if I know your last name, I'm gonna justify it.
Right. I don't even use pronouns anymore because it's so misconstrued.
One of my peoples, he literally, I call him.
Right there.
Adrian. If Adrian walked in the room right now, all my whole life, he's been my cousin's best friend.
Called him bro. He walk in, yo, bro. Literally, it was maybe like a year ago when I was talking to him and I was like, yo, bro. He literally was like, yo, don't call me bro. I don't identify as bro. So there's a lot of people who also are still changing.
But that's different though.
No, I'm saying there's a lot of people
that are still. He did a transformation.
There's a lot of still. No, he's been gay all as long as I know him.
I'm saying for that phase right there where he identifying himself as that, he's finding a different transformation around that time. So that's a different scenario.
But I'm saying every obstacle or every person that we meet, you're not gonna know that in the back of your mind. You know what I'm saying?
He like, fuck that shit. Like, he like, them niggas is what they is.
On some real shit. But you know what he said? You know what he said? He wasn't on no like, don't call me blah blah blah. He was like, yo, I would just prefer if you just be like, fam. That's essential. I could do that.
Honestly,
so you know,
it don't bother me. You do
this shit never bothers.
Yeah, I just don't want to.
It's just hard when it's like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna use your name. What's your name?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You want me to call your name or I'm gonna look it knob?
I'm gonna ask everybody something here. Y'all really can't identify the difference?
I mean, no, there's the easy ones where you just go, oh, yeah, oh, that's one.
Even with the hard ones, y'all can't tell?
There's not
I'm not really staring that hard. I'm not trying to really psych.
I'm saying if
you don't even gotta stare hard. You can just tell us talking to him.
If it's dark and you know you're in
I feel like I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna be like, I can't tell because as an artist, I done Photoshop motherfuckers' face to look like Wesley damn Snipes or shit they don't look like. So yes, it is possible that I can't tell.
He could use a better face than that.
No, I'm just saying in general, but I'm saying some real shit though. I'm saying some real shit. I could pull off like 9 pictures of models in there, and you look at their real face, they don't look shit like that. Shit like that. Why? Because makeup, this, that.
Moment.
Can I keep it 100?
Everything is
There's
PC
some niggas who put makeup on.
Right.
So
still,
when I see people, I just look through them and just like, what is the reason I'm speaking to you? Am I trying to give you a business? Am I shooting my shot? What am I doing? And then from there, I can work with the information when I start speaking to you. But for me personally, I can't just randomly talk to someone for no fucking reason. I need a reason to speak to you. So I've already made
that shouldn't have to clash with identifying who that is, though.
I don't know until I speak to you.
Like not for nothing.
But when you speak to them, no, you can't figure that out. In this scenario, like honestly, to a person that identified that's transsexual, like you can't figure it out. You couldn't figure it out.
Well, if their voice, if they're not super suppressed, and I'm like, all right, this is a man, I'm good. But if it's one of them fucking,
like I said, they got the easy ones.
They got the easy ones, and then I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all, pretend like, oh, macho Randy guy. Well, I was fucking, what the show that bitch had me watching? She had me watching The Baddies. And I thought that one bitch was cute. Come to find out it was a tranny. I was like, God damn it.
Damn, I was watching The Baddies too, but she already dropped the line. I ain't gonna drop like that.
So like, I didn't know. I thought it was cute. And I'm like, oh, this is a man. Fuck.
Yeah, like today's society, like
so,
I don't know. Even with, I feel like it's easy to.
Or like from a distance, you like, damn, that's a cute girl. Go over, hi, how you doing? Hey, and you're like, oh.
Nah. I'll give you that from a distance. That shit.
Like even working
now, I have the information.
Up close, I feel like it's easy though.
Even working in the industry,
makeup is a hell of a fucking thing, man.
Even working in the industry, I done seen. I'm using niggas look like Wesley Snipes and get made into motherfucking Halle Berry. And that's an ugly motherfucker. Because I'm saying it's been some ugly motherfuckers that they got. You know what I'm saying? I don't walk in the room. They be like, "Oh, what's good, nigga?" You be like, my first thought.
And you can't identify though.
You're not getting what the fuck I'm saying.
I get what you're saying,
I'm saying he can turn a bum bitch to a bad bitch. They look like
I've seen makeup artists do it. My makeup artist can do it.
But he's saying a bitch already looking like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and she walking out looking like Nicki Minaj.
I get that, but he's.
It's happened.
I get that, but
I don't even do with the he, she, he, who, none of that.
That's not irrelevant though because he's turning them to that.
But no, what I'm saying,
they're not walking in and looking trans already. What are you talking about?
He's saying that you can't identify them before you do all that?
He switched lanes. But
he did. The fuck he talking about?
No, you saying you can.
He talking about you talking about transformation, nigga.
Nigga, it's motherfuckers who do that at the club. What are you getting? What are you getting all loud about for?
No, I'm just getting hyped in the conversation. It's like, nigga, you're talking about someone that you're turning. That you're making someone look like that.
It's people who do this shit every day.
We cannot stand this no more. This is that. That's that.
I'm gonna double down, like I said before. Use a freaky frog. Love for you, love and love yourself. There's nothing manly about getting your butt played in. It is what it is.
How did we get there?
That's what I'm saying.
What the fuck?
Because you start snapping.
No, because your argument had nothing to do with it.
We gonna stop that, right?
Is y'all dead ass? Yo, we talking about someone that comes into the. If someone came in here right now that was transsexual already, he didn't edit anything. That's what we talk about. We don't talk about someone that comes in here that's looking like him, and then all of a sudden he look like a female. That's a difference. You know, you shouldn't have troubles identifying that nigga. We talking about a regular transsexual.
If it's a transsexual that put in all that work, I'm not gonna know until I fucking talk.
That's what we saying.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm talking about what he's saying on all.
Until I get a full conversation, I don't know what the fuck they are.
There's been times where I've walked on a set, I ain't see the what happened. I just see what I'm seeing.
Then y'all niggas just not looking.
What am I supposed to be like? You're a girl.
I'm not staring.
I'm not. Yeah, that's another thing.
You don't have to stare to find it.
You got it. If you can do that, more ups to you.
I'm not upset about. I'm just saying.
We're not arguing.
It's not an argument. It's a debate.
No, you just started.
I'm just saying it's like men should be able to. Men should be able to see that, though. If
every man can't see that. Every man's not.
Can't see that.
There got times when we walked in the room.
You gotta understand, most people don't have access to the information that you do. You grew up around it and saw it. We didn't start seeing it until 5-10 years ago.
You heard it.
So when I see it now, I only have 5 years of experience with seeing these motherfuckers.
I'm not saying that.
In high school, that shit didn't exist. In middle school, that shit didn't exist. In college, it didn't exist. It wasn't until
it just wasn't popular. He wasn't aware of it. You got to the time to know.
When
you wasn't
compared to now,
I'm not
way more technology.
It wasn't until 2020 that it was like, we're here, we exist.
That's a fact.
Nah, not true. They was out there.
But they weren't. They weren't. What you call it?
In my face. I can't speak for everyone else.
Well, all right. You go about that, then I agree with that.
In my face, they didn't exist until 2020, and that's when it's like, oh, I didn't know you guys were out there.
Yeah, because in high school,
them shits existed in Japan. I mean, China, mad long time.
But I didn't know. I didn't even know Thailand had lady boys until last year.
Drag queens and all that shit was a thing back in the day.
I thought it was just dudes that like wearing dresses and they go back to being dudes.
That's cross-dressing. That's different. That's a difference.
But it wasn't.
I don't hold you though. Like I only know a lot of this shit because I seen a movie called Monster Ball.
The way society
in this movie, it talks about like how
what he's saying
the drag queen
recently where
like popularity came about and shit. Like I think it had Mackay. Who the fuck was it?
The vulgar and all.
The guy that played in Home Alone, the little kid, yeah, whatever. He was like one of the main actors, and it was based on a true story. It talked about how that scene came out there. So that's the only reason I know about a little bit about transsexuals and shit like that, all the other shit, stuff. But it's been out there. It's just not. It wasn't aware of because we didn't have all the access that we had to when we were younger.
He right because I'm Caribbean. They used to be in the Caribbean more than they used to be in America until they came out with that.
Bruh,
but you gotta think about.
If you think about the story back in the day, Brazil used to be crazy with the trannies.
That's what I'm saying.
When I was still younger, middle school, high school. It wasn't out there. They probably existed, but they just it blended in. They were wallflowers, right?
It wasn't until
or maybe it's just I didn't have it on my radar. I didn't meet
it wasn't
gay
on
people.
your radar, but
I didn't actually start meeting gay people until I joined the workforce. Until I was a grown ass man in my 20s, and I started meeting gay people.
I would give it a B.
I did not know they existed.
It wasn't until
I get that. We good, bro.
I can't speak for everyone else. I just know my experience.
But look, it wasn't until just recent until they really started having a voice. Am I right or am I wrong? When I was a little kid, there was a lot of people that was gay. Ricky Lake was gay. You didn't really know that until they actually dug into the tabloids. Why? Because they would have tore her ass up. Because society didn't really care for that. It was around. We're not saying it wasn't around, but people they didn't really have a voice because nobody really stood up. That's why you got all these I don't want to mess the words up, but that's why you got the community. Yeah, that's why you got the community rocks. That's why you got the Pride Weeks. They didn't have Pride Week when I was in high school, and if they did, it wasn't because
the times though. The times is different.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. We ain't saying they wasn't around.
For the most part, we can meet in the middle and say the times didn't change until 2019, 2020. Am I wrong?
Because we got more access to
be aware of shit. Back in the day, if we had more access to be aware of shit, we would have been doing that.
The internet been around since like.
The internet been around since like 2000.
I don't even understand.
No,
what are you talking about?
No, but you talking about. But the internet been around. We talking about social media and shit like that. No one was like internet was around, but no one was keeping in contact as fast and rapidly in the early 2000s when MySpace and like Facebook. No one was
trying to write in a certain standpoint because like Back in the early 2000s, a laptop was expensive. A good touchscreen phone, that was expensive.
But you
having
know
internet as a plan, that was expensive.
But not for nothing. But you know what their
internet
was before social media. Everybody watched TV. Even TV wasn't really showing too much.
All right, but all right. Let me hit you with this now. TV's not going to showcase anything that the people that run those networks don't agree with. Back in the day, those networks didn't give a fuck about gay people.
Bro, they wasn't
or anybody in those letters.
There's also that.
So you're not going to get that.
Every TV show had one black guy. Now every TV show has the gay black guy.
Exactly.
So
it's like even outside of
why is it acceptable for them to have black guys and black people on TV now? They didn't do that back in the day. And like I said, if they did,
because
it was hush. Like I said, Ricky Lake was gay. How many of y'all knew that when she first came out? Did you look at her and be like, this woman is gay? I didn't know that.
I don't even know who that is.
If you don't know who that is, she was like the white Oprah almost, but Oprah surpassed her.
Okay.
I feel like I definitely heard the name.
Like Ellen type shit?
Yeah, she was like Ellen. She was like a talk. Like
Ellen don't be giving.
Ellen popping though. She a lesbian. What you talking about?
Ellen wasn't popping when I was a child.
Ellen was always
popping.
She had money.
You can't never say she was never
because she
popping.
had money.
No.
She had money though. If Ellen was broke, you wouldn't hear nothing about her being gay or anything about her gay.
I can say that about anybody.
But I'm saying no.
I can say that about anyone.
But I'm being 100. Money played a different part in Ellen. You can't use Ellen because it's the same thing with Ricky Lake.
You can't use no celebrities then.
It's a lot of people.
I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't until maybe a couple weeks ago I saw something that like most of the designer brand people that actually own designer brands are gay, like Gucci,
because
LV,
they know what's
Louis,
up.
all them shit.
You throw your hands up, he's like, that was just open. It was.
I just always.
But this be my thing though. It's like
I didn't know that. He probably ain't know that.
I feel like everyone knew that though.
I feel like everybody should.
Everybody knew that.
Everybody should, but they didn't.
I didn't know Tom Ford was gay.
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I keep saying.
I didn't know that till just now.
Everybody should know from now on.
Everybody should know.
The nigga that owns
You know what I'm saying? Same
I
thing.
always felt like a man. Most of them niggas be gay most of the time.
When you was in high school,
that's me personally. That can be a stereotype. But I just feel like most of those people be gay.
I feel like once
did you know any of your teachers being like, yo, she's gay?
Or like rich, you have to. Like,
one of them. But that's only because she made it open. She literally came to class and be like, yeah, I have a fiance and she's a woman.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, that wasn't acceptable. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the suburbs. I went to a whole bunch of different schools.
Me personally,
I knew about it, and I didn't.
I ain't doing that shit.
But I'm saying the people that want more.
Okay, this is wrong to say. This is what you want to call this.
Well, I guess.
I mean, you can always just bring up the thing.
Well, we learn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We all learn.
I remember back
That's all because, yo, I came from a culture where it's like, fuck that. To come up here and it's like, I love that.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we all learning, you feel me?
That's all like, it's all different. People have different perspectives. People, not everybody might know this. Not everybody that should know, they ain't gonna know because they might not have been introduced to it.
They might not have, you know what I'm saying? Like you said,
See,
you from the islands.
Big Y'all realizes that humans are humans, you feel me? It doesn't matter what you like or what you don't like, you feel me? But Big Y'all loves you all.
We love
not
all
in the way you want me to, but in the friendly love.
Yo, we're gonna call it a day. It's been amazing. This was a great conversation. Y'all don't get shit like this. Y'all got great content. Y'all don't normally get this. We normally cut it up and force you to go to Patreon to watch the rest of it.
Almost fell. That shit live? Cut that part.
This week, like every week, is brought to you by our Patreon sponsors. Go, subscribe. Do your thing. We got to shout out Prophet D, Patreon subscriber. Special K, also a Patreon subscriber.
Special K.
Special K. Look, am I allowed to say that?
She knows who she is.
Now she knows who she is.
You see this face.
Well, who's that?
That sounds different.
Right. He's like, she knows who she is.
I want to know who Special K is.
I want to know what that
mind
is.
your
too.
business.
Wow.
Look, will we all be messing around? It's like, it's not a man, is it?
I'm part of the team.
That shit's crazy.
Yo, why would you just say that to me? I'm part of the team.
You're not Special K, is you?
I'm trying to figure out who she is.
I don't know who that is.
No, I was
too.
only cracking the joke because we had the conversation.
And then we have Deja. I think Deja. You know what? If I biffed it next week, I'm gonna fix it. But we got Deja.
Deja, big Deja.
Yo.
Matter of fact, the one was with Suge. The episode with Suge?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Deja with the beats, the bars. Deja with the bars. Big Deja with the bars.
Patreon.com if you want to see that episode. It's the only way to see it.
That was a good episode.
Patreon.com/rantofthereal. Shout out all those people. Yeah, we out of announcements today. There's more, but I don't remember them.
Make sure y'all pull up.
Oh, if you haven't done it, like, subscribe, comment, give us what you thought, feedback. I feed off of that. Most of you tell me in person, and I accept it is what it is, but put it in the comments.
Don't ask why I had glasses on the whole time. It's not your business.
Now they is.
Now they want to know.
Yeah, right.
They gotta follow me to find out.
Patreon.
Patreon.com/rantofthereal. Sign up. Get you a fucking free t-shirt.
I still ain't get mine.
You're not subscribed.
See, people want shirts.
Fuck.
They don't do the action.
Damn.
Niggas like, I get